Alright, welcome to this week's edition of the Journey into Nerdom podcast. This week, we will talk about the Rise of Skywalker, Star Wars. All of it. All of it today is just devoted to Star Wars. Like every other week, so it doesn't matter. I forgot. Introductions are in order. I am your host, SR Native. Along with me are my co-host today, Forever Delicious, aka my brother, aka Mike. And along with us is Zen Pixel, aka our buddy, aka our chum, aka Zen Pixel, aka EJ. I forgot to say his name.
Hey, how's it going?
Alright, yeah. Today is just going to be focused on Star Wars. A lot of it. Majority, well, all of it. Screw it.
That's true.
Do you want to start off with something good, or do you want to start off with the
Let's just start off with
the divisive issue?
Good.
Okay, Mandalorian. We're gonna go with the Mandalorian then. Fine. Came out first.
Because we were talking about Richie for a while.
Because it had to verify. Because Mandalorian had to verify certain things in Last Jedi. Or not Last Jedi, Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah, that's true.
For validate it. Okay. Alright, Episode 7, The Reckoning. Okay, he goes back, right? Yeah, he goes back. Mandalorian
gets a message to go back.
Best message to go back to the planet where his bounty hunters guild was. Apparently, it's been overrun by the Imperial officer that was that he got the bounty for to capture Baby Yoda.
Yeah,
and that he took it away. And so before he goes there, he goes and finds Gina Carano. I don't know her name I forget her name in the
Cara Dune.
Cara Dune. Okay, yeah.
I don't know why that.
I was like, yeah, Cara Dune. Yeah, Cara Dune. Yeah, Cara Dune asked her for her assistance and help. They also asked the Ugnaught from the beginning to help him out with the baby. But the Ugnaught also, what's he called? Asks to bring the horse, the lizard riding thingamabobbers with them, and bring the IG unit that Mando shot. The Ugnaught, what's his face? He recalibrates it. Not recalibrates it. Anyway, he rewrites his memory. Yeah, he rewrites his memory and stuff like that. Anyways, so it's a little bit more docile. Way more docile.
IG unit docile. That's scary as like a droideka just helping around the house.
Yeah. Anyway, okay. So they head on over there. I'm trying to sum it up without, because I kind of remember almost everything about it. They go over there. They find Chubbs, and along with 3 other bounty hunters with them, and they go there and they start riding to the camp, or riding to the city, or the post or outpost, whatever it is. It's over there, but it takes forever. They get they settle down for the night. Apparently they're Minox. That was Minox that came in.
Huge Minox.
Yeah, those are huge Minox. Yeah. Minox came in, took out one of the bounty hunters, took out at least, I think, 2. Yeah, 2 of the little lizard rider thingies, and cuts
Chubbs.
Apollo.
Cuts Chubbs. Apollo. Yeah.
Cuts Apollo. Yeah.
Just start mixing his names.
Yeah, cuts Chubbs on his arm, poisons him, and he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna die."
This is how it goes.
This is how it goes. Yeah. And little Baby Yoda comes out, and he holds his arm out, or he touches him. He starts touching him, and he heals him. Bye-bye. That's a verification right there. I was like, okay. That's a taste for things to come for Disney Star Wars. So he completely heals him, the poison and everything. Cool. And it's like they don't know what it is, but they're just in awe of it, stuff like that. I really wish they would just like say like it's like something that Jedi and Sith were like mythical things or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Kind of do wish they would say that. But yeah, the very next day, they almost get there, but then Chubbs like shoots both of the remaining 2 bounty hunters that were with him because they were gonna backstab him in the first place, and just yeah. So, but because Baby Yoda helped him out or fixed him or whatever, cured him,
Saved him.
Shut up. Saved him. Yeah.
All of the above.
Yeah, he turned. He sees. He's like, yeah, I'm not gonna help you guys instead. They have a back and forth on whether they should trust him or not. So they finally trust him, and they like devise a plan. They're gonna have the little whatever the thing that's holding Baby Yoda emptied while they're over there. While they're going into while they're gonna go into the city. While they're gonna have the Ugnaught go back and shelter him at the ship. And so they get there, and they meet they get to the outpost, and they find out like the whole place is swarming with stormtroopers, and I mean swarming. And and so they enter the whatever the building that the
Cantina.
Yeah. Okay. Shut up. All right. Okay.
You're doing great so far.
Yeah.
This is by memory. You're doing great.
This is by memory. Okay, and they go in there and they meet the Imperial officer that was there, and he's talking about them, blabbling about like how Mandalorian why did they resist Imperial rule?
Yeah,
that was pretty cool. I like that. Like he's just like saying like how like whatever planet the Empire touches, it, like makes it better, and like how come you guys resisted it, and like just to see your. Or he talks about the Beskar steel and like the armor and everything like that too. He's like, that is fine craftsmanship.
I love him so much.
Yeah.
I just love his voice. It's so like, are you threatening me? Are you gonna do something?
It's ancestral worship or something like that.
It's like the Smiths or something, and he starts like grabbing his pec or whatever, or just fondling the armor.
Yeah. But yeah, okay. And then they sit down and have a drink and stuff like that, talking about blabbering on about him, and he wants to see the baby, but they're like, no, the thing, he's asleep, and he's like, I'm pretty sure, he's like, oh, we'll be quiet, I'm gonna show you, we'll be quiet, and he's almost about to open it, then like the stormtrooper gets like talks in his ear, and he's like, excuse me, I have to take this call. And he goes over to the bar. Then another Imperial officer, like more like a general, I would say. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it was a Moff. I think Moff Gideon.
What is a Moff?
Yeah.
What is a Moff?
It's a general.
It's a general. Okay.
It's like an admiral. It's essentially an admiral. Yeah. So he's more of like the intelligence.
Okay.
He's like Oni for Halo.
Okay. Oh, the black scientists, the dark scientists, like stuff like that, or like military science.
Yeah, he's like an officer. Yeah.
Okay. He's like, I can't remember what he says, but he's talking babbling back and forth. He's like, we have the baby. He's like, are you sure? The dude's like, are you sure? But then like all of a sudden, bam! Blasters all over the place. Kills every stormtrooper and that dude and the cool old Imperial officer and the droid that was behind the bar. But we don't care. It's like Imperial.
Poor droid.
Yeah, the poor droid.
Sad droid.
Yeah, sad droid.
He's been there since the beginning.
Yeah,
and you can it's gunned in by this.
Yeah, and so our three protagonists rush to the window that was blown out, and they see Death Troopers. Da da da.
Woo! And they're not useless.
Yeah, Death Troopers. If you don't know what I'm talking about, they were the black stormtroopers, black-cladded armor stormtroopers in Rogue One that had served no purpose at all in that movie. But EJ has information on them. What are the Death Troopers? Are they Death Troopers? Or are they?
Yeah, Death Troopers.
Yeah,
Death Troopers. I think. Yeah, Death Troopers.
Give us some insight on what are they? What are their specialty or whatever?
So apparently, what we've been told so far, they're the best of the best. Like good enough to be able to be the bodyguards of generals and moffs in the Imperial Navy and Army.
Okay.
So it's if you really want to say it, you could say that they're the SS sort of deal.
Yeah.
But they're secretive. They'll do anything under orders of Imperials. Essentially,
okay.
Yeah.
Sweet. That's pretty cool. Sorry, I'm moving stuff around.
No worries. And then Rogue One, they couldn't shoot a blind guy. But anyway, that's neither here nor there.
As I say, like, I was like, wow. When I saw those Death Troopers, I was like, wow, this is probably what EJ wanted them to be in the first place.
Oh yeah! As soon as you said that, I like yelled into the mic because they didn't say a word. They're not like talking in their speak. They just fired and just still there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then we see the Death Troopers. It's like 4 or 5 of them in a row.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden, like, bam, a whole bunch stormtroopers just coming out, running out of the woodwork, and it's just like then a TIE fighter, lands right there, and opens, and we see the Moff Gideon. I don't know.
Moff Gideon.
Yeah, Moff Gideon.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he comes out and he says like, but all the while. Right
he's
there,
like,
yeah. Oh, he comes out and he's like, "I want this baby," and then like, "I want that baby in there." You have no idea what it is, but in between that, Mando is like, he has the intercom and he's talking. He says like, "Hurry up and get to the ship. Are you at the ship? We need to tell you. We need." He's asking the Ugnaught like, "Are you at the ship yet?" And he's like, "Oh no, I'm not really, not yet." But it's intercepted by scout troopers that were like at the entrance of the outpost, and so they ride over. Yeah, they get on their speeders and they start riding to intercept the package. All the while, that dude's still talking to them, and it's going back and forth of like of the Ugnaught trying to get to Mando's ship and everything like that. And then all the while, this tension is just building and building and building. And all of a sudden, like Mando's like, "Are you in the ship? Are you in the ship?" And then you see cuts to the little intercom, not intercom, but
like it's a
comm link.
Device?
Yeah, comm link.
Yeah,
comm link on the floor. Then you see Baby Yoda on the floor. Scout trooper picks him up, takes him away. Then cut to the little Ugnaught. He's dead, along with his
smoldering.
Yeah, smoldering.
I
was like, oh,
like sizzling. Like,
yeah.
I was like, oh my goodness.
Yeah. I was like, oh, that's sad. And it ends. What a tension. What a good way to end this. I hope the payoff in, I don't know if it's next week or the week after episode, I hope it pays off. Yeah. That was good. That was a great episode, I thought. And we were talking about this earlier when the day came out, and you were saying like this show was not really, like, a lot of people were saying like this show is like there's no reason for it, like there was no like whatever, there's nothing really like important about it or anything like that. It's not building up to anything or whatever. And you were like saying like this episode gave all these episode, like these characters that we run into, like what Mando runs into and gets a connection with or whatever. This is this, and even the one before it, you were like, yeah, this season proves that it wasn't really this, like, all these weren't for nothing. They had something to do with it at the, because it brought like those characters that we liked together in the end, that he had a connection with. The Ugnaught from the first 3 episodes, Cara Dune from the 5th or 4th episode.
Yeah, 4th or 5th.
Yeah.
4th. Okay.
Yeah. And then and even in the sixth episode, with him going with his group, with getting back with the old group again, had meaning to it, you know.
Yeah, it showed like if you really break it down per episode, it could be one massive storyline. Like
Yeah.
with each bump. Like
Mhm.
this shows that he can work with others. This shows he's more significant. Like the Ugnaught had 2 episodes devoted to him.
Yep.
And there's a reason for that.
Yeah.
Is because they're gonna kill him off at the season finale sort of thing.
Yeah.
And it had a little bit more impact because you saw him more than most of the people here. Because what Cara Dune has 1 episode,
Yeah.
and then Mando builds his group or reconnects with his group in another episode.
Yeah. Like 6, you said it was like it shows that he can work with a team. It's not just, him being solo or anything like that. Yeah. Just again, the first 3 are just like, you get to know the Ugnaught, and you get a connection with them. Everyone had a connection. I'm pretty like everyone was always quoting "I have spoken."
Yeah, there's a lot of memes that came up when that episode aired.
And they killed him in this one, and you're just like, oh. Even my mom, who's a casual fan, we were watching it. She was like, oh, they killed him. Like,
it's really graphic too, because like I always bring back, like a blaster bolt's a blaster bolt, sure.
Yeah.
But this is like going to Uncle Owen and Aunt Beru, and their like skeleton is still smoldering.
Yeah.
But it's not a skeleton, so it's just like sizzling flesh.
Yeah. So nice. So mean. And and like like we were, like I was saying, like people were like saying like this season is there's no drive for it. There's no what's it called for it. I'm like, no, it's not. Like this episode brought it all together. I feel like it did.
Yeah. 7 How many TV shows have 24 episodes and they can barely close out the season finale?
Yeah.
Like a whimper when they bring everything together.
Yeah.
And they don't even talk about episode 5, where the mysterious guy, is he Boba Fett or is it not Boba Fett, who's tracking him?
Yeah.
Like you don't know whether or not he'll catch up during episode 8.
Yeah.
And that'll lead into the next season.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's gonna be freaking awesome. I hope whatever happens in the 8th episode, I hope it's like really good.
Yeah, because it's building.
It's really building. Yeah. Overall, I'm gonna give this a 5 for my rating. Kept me on edge. I liked it. I thought it was, I thought it was really good. I don't know, like, good and bad. Let me see, good, bad. Good, yeah. Kept me, focused on whatever, on the story, what's going on in there. It was just building it up and everything like that. Bad. Let's see. I'm trying to think. I don't know. It's a little nitpicky, but I'm gonna say that the Moff Gideon guy, his voice didn't sound right coming from that the man that stature.
The communicator?
Yeah, no, from the man that stature. Like that was a very like high pitched voice for me. But it's his own voice, so you can't really fault him for that,
I mean, that's fair, I suppose, because it's like your villain's supposed to be imposing, but if you have a squeaky little voice,
yeah. But I'm just like, but that's really nitpicky. Other than that, I'm trying to think of something, anything bad that I thought was that I can really say, but honestly, I don't think so. Everyone always says that it was pretty obvious that it was a trap. Like, of course it was a trap. I'm pretty sure Mando.
People really arguing that?
Yeah, people. I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure Mando obviously said it was a trap. He's like, I think he even says to Gina Carano's character, Cara or Dune. I don't know what you want to call her. CD.
Baby.
Yeah. Honey. Future wife.
Do anything. But what are you talking about? Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, even she says like, it's a trap, right? He's like, yeah, I know. I believe he says that to her.
Yeah, he does when he's handcuffed or at
Yeah.
least bound, whatever those things are.
Yeah.
Those things are called. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna have to, if I do find something. I've seen that. I watched the the episode twice, and either way, either every time I watch it, I'm like, nah, it's not really that bad. Maybe the use of force healing, but we'll get into that when when we talk about Rise of Skywalker. But other than I think yeah, whatever. Okay, go ahead. Whoever wants to give their opinion off first, go ahead. Rock, paper, scissors.
So I'll give it through the screen. Okay. But I give it a 4.5, mostly because if you have a pulse, you see it's coming.
Mm-hmm.
Like you see he's gonna go back to everybody and get the crew back together.
Yeah.
But that's not really to dock it because it's a 4.5, but it's more of like, okay, I saw that. It's easy to absorb. It's not too complicated.
Mm-hmm.
It reminds me of Westerns because you could easily put each planet as each town and a county, and like he's going through each town and he's influencing them, and then he's gonna come back to where he started, sort of thing. It's like poetic justice to it.
Yeah.
But that would. Other than that, then it's a really good episode. A lot happened.
Yeah, a lot happened. I thought
4.5 because it was a cliffhanger.
I know, right?
It's a double. Yeah, it's a double episoder.
I wish they started the firefight before and then cliffhanger there. That would have been so much worse. But at least I'm like, oh my gosh, it's gonna, and then it just cuts.
Yeah. Okay. I guess that's. Want to settle that? Say that's good enough on the Mandalorian.
Yeah, they've been all good so far. Everyone.
Anything bad about that episode, honestly, in my opinion.
Yeah. Like everyone has been saying crap. Yeah, right? Yeah. Sorry.
Everyone has been saying crap, what?
Just some crap about it, though. You've been telling us.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing's happening. Yeah. It's too slow. Blah, blah, blah.
It's just too slow or predictable, and I'm like, yeah, okay. I can see where you're going. I can see that, honestly, but I'm like, sometimes, like, it's just...
Sometimes you just gotta go with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't, like not everything has to be a surprise. Like, oh, there's a twist here. Oh, there's a twist there.
You subvert my expectations, you mean?
Yeah, you did this and that. Like, I wouldn't have seen that come. Like, sometimes you just gotta be like, oh, okay. Oh, it's gonna happen. Oh, man, it happened.
Yeah. I didn't know the Death Troopers. Well, see, we saw the trailers and stuff, but I didn't know when the Death Troopers were going to show up. But in fact, I forgot about them all in general.
Honestly, yeah, I forgot they were there too.
So I was like, oh, that makes sense. They showed up because it's like you got the attention of a Moff. You're screwed. It's not just some governor. It's a sector admiral thingamajig. Like he's in charge of the whole sector. Like you screwed up.
Yeah. Pretty cool. But yeah, I still, like I'm always saying, I still don't understand what's so bad about it, and just whatever. Okay, we'll discuss about whenever the finale next time, and we'll like kind of give a grade on the first season of Mandalorian. So far it's pretty good to me. So far, pretty good grade. Anyway, to the main course, shall we?
Oh yeah, this is gonna be interesting.
Yeah. All right.
Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker, the last episode 9. The last
episode 9
of the Skywalker, last one of the numbers for a while. Yeah.
Hopefully. Next one's episode 1.
The Phantom Menace. Or A New Hope.
A newer Phantom Hope Menace.
A newer menace hope. Newer menacing hope.
Menacing hope.
Oh man. Are we gonna get spoilery? You want to just say
Yeah.
spoilery? Okay.
Sure.
Spoiler review. Spoiler review for all of
Spoiler.
us. Spoilers. Spoilers. Spoilers.
Everyone
Spoilers.
knows.
Spoilers.
Spoiler.
Spoilers.
Spoiler. Spoiler.
Spoilers. Oh, if you haven't seen it,
Too bad. It's been out 2 days.
It's been out. It's been out 2 days. Why are you even listening to this? I'm gonna put it in the title of this one. Spoilers. Spoiler review. So Anyway, jeez, where do I start? First of all, do you guys? What do you saw it twice?
Yeah.
EJ. We only saw it once. That was the opening day. Was it Thursday? Yeah, Thursday.
Yeah, Thursday, 6:00 your time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or wherever.
Yeah, 6:00 for you, 7:30 for us, because we got the second showing.
Okay.
Third.
Okay, sorry, third. Our I guess it's to be expected from third showing, I guess, but our I feel like ours wasn't really all that filled up.
Really?
Yeah,
Were there like a lot of empty seats?
Our theater wasn't really that filled up. I would say so, honestly.
Yeah, I would like to say so, but at the same time, we had to sit next to somebody, so that was annoying.
That's weird.
Yeah, it's just like people the I know the rows in front of us weren't all
yeah, they weren't all packed.
full, and I looked up in the back too, like most of them weren't full either. Like it was pretty, I'd say about maybe 80% full. But I was like, this is Star Wars. I would think a lot of people would be here, but I guess not. Maybe.
Yeah, I went to the first showing, and it was really a lot of late people.
Yeah.
Not in the middle of the movie, thankfully, but a lot of last minute.
Mm-hmm.
But it was pretty full.
Yeah.
My only gripe was that everyone was really quiet.
Yeah.
And like half of the experience is the audience like cheering or like clapping or like yay, but just a handful of people would do that, even in parts that were awesome.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Ours was
First
kinda
impressions?
not a whole lot, I would say, honestly. There's one big one, and we'll get to that later. We'll get to that. I was like, really?
We don't even have to get to that.
Yeah, I was like, really? You're gonna clap? You're gonna call her at that? I was like, all right, whatever, okay.
I'm curious. Which bit? Oh, we'll get
at
to
the
that.
very end. Yeah. Anyway,
we'll get to that.
I don't know how I want to like review this. He JJ Abrams tried. Okay, let me try.
Okay.
Okay. Honestly, not as bad as I thought it was gonna be. Like how everyone said it. Like people that read the leaks of the whatever online.
Yeah.
I was listening to them. I kept listening to them, and I was like, "This isn't true." I'm like, "This is not even." I don't bet you it's not even gonna be that bad. I'm pretty like most of the time. They turn it on to the eighth, like the cranked everything their hatred toward these trilogies. This trilogy hatred to like 11, 12, 13, if you want to say.
Turn up their hatred.
But going in there, I was had very low expectations of like this film, and I was like, I hated that because I was like, this is a Star Wars film. I want like, come on, man. Like, I don't want to go in there with just like, like, man, I hope this just don't suck, please. Like, just
pretty much, right? Like, just don't be a dumpster fire. Just you're good. Just land. Just land on 2 feet, please.
And JJ has the impossible of trying to recover like what freaking Ruin Johnson did to it in the 8th movie.
Yeah.
And he did. And a lot of it, I would say a lot of this movie is just him trying to backtrack everything that Ruin Johnson did, pretty much. There's a lot of jabs at him, a lot of what jabs at what Ruin Johnson did to the series as well. And it's just like, come on. And I hear like we were talking about it when we that day, the first day, and and you were saying like it was just like fast, like rocket fast with their pacing, and it's like yeah. And I was saying to myself, I was like, yeah, it really kind of was, because in like, I hate to say this, but like when I first watch a movie, I'm sort of not really like looking to critique it a whole lot. I'm just trying to be there to enjoy it.
Yeah, which is good.
Yeah,
that's really good.
Yeah, but like there was stuff in there that I could not like say like I can't like this isn't. I have to like say something. My brain has to say, wait, what? This? Like what? What? Oh, what? Excuse me? Like what? What is this? Like
Yeah. Like whoa. What's going on here?
Like he tries to build up, character development for the three main, people in there. And to me, I felt like this is good, but not that stupid 8th movie. Wrecking it.
It always goes back to that, doesn't it?
It's just
because it's really good.
Yeah, this movie is just so like weighted on stupid 8. Just
yeah,
it just.
When I saw it again, I actually timed it when the rapid cuts stop, and then it starts becoming proper story.
Yeah,
and it's around the 20-minute mark. And it's essentially when Rey and Poe and Finn they meet, and then the bantering begins. And I absolutely love that, because it just shows that the relationship is so tightly knit.
Yeah, I was like, yeah. And then when I was like, when we watched it, I was like, this is good. I like this. I just wish there was another movie that we can have this more develop a little bit more so we can care about these characters.
Yeah, it's very shoestring.
Yeah, it very much is. But yeah, it's a very flawed movie too. Honestly, I would say so.
It is.
It
really is.
Would you say structure-wise as well? Story-wise and structure-wise or whatever?
Oh, pacing and story are good.
Yeah,
I feel like they didn't really linger too much on each scene, which was also the issue, because they just didn't linger enough. They just cut after, but I feel like the structure was just everywhere, especially in the first bit when you're trying to introduce Poe's development, and then you want to talk about Finn's reason to fight, and then Rey's parents on top of that.
Yeah.
And then you have to talk about Ben's journey, and there's just so much to talk about.
It just sucks because that revolution that Rey, happens to be a Palpatine, that should have been at the second movie,
I mean, I didn't think of that. Okay, I'm the guy who had wool in his eyes. I always thought she was the light side because of how she dressed and how she carried herself and all that stuff, but I didn't really expect her power to be from the dark side.
Yeah. Yeah, and like I remember like some dude, his YouTuber, his name's the YouTuber, the account or the channel is called Star Wars Theory, and he said he called that when in the first movie in TFA that she was a Palpatine because she has that like thrusting motion when she what's it called, a lightsaber.
She's very aggressive.
Yeah, very aggressive.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. That the way she fights is a lot of yelling and a lot of like faces, like, "Oh, I'm gonna kill you."
He said that. Yeah, he said like one of his theories. He didn't say like it was just a theory that he had. He didn't say like because he had like many theories about like the things, but one of them was that she was a Palpatine.
Yeah.
Whatever. Yeah. He was like, "Holy crap!" Like like when he's like,
"I called it."
Yeah, I called it. He's like, "Yeah," it's like that's crazy. But yeah, that should have been the first one or second movie, or at least revelation like that. And I like the things that I like. Okay, the things that I like about
we can go with good, bad, and
good,
not so great.
Even though like. He shouldn't have come back. I do like the Emperor coming back. I do like Palpatine coming back. Or I do like Palpatine. I just like the character. I just like how, because that dude, the guy that plays him, the actor that plays him, he loves playing him, and you can you can totally see.
I could see it.
Loves playing the Emperor because he's just pure evil, and I think he just just loves playing that, the happily, evil. I'm evil for the sake of evil,
Yeah, we don't see that a lot either.
Yeah. And I didn't know that was he actually played him in Return of the Jedi. That was actually him as well. I always thought it was a different person.
Oh, as the re-edit?
No.
Ghost?
No.
In the OG?
In the OG, in Return of the Jedi, not Empire Strikes Back, not the not the video or the.
Oh, okay.
Not the transmission thing or whatever. But yeah, in Return of the Jedi, it's the same actor that plays him now. That's playing him. That played him in the prequels and now.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. Oh, that's even great.
Yeah, and I was like,
love
wow,
that.
that's crazy. Like you got there from all the way from Return to this, dude. That's nuts. And he's got to play him. I was like, wow, that's pretty awesome.
I am Palpatine.
Yeah. He is, honestly, I would say that. He's like, I am the true emperor. Everything that dude said, just like I was like, oh, I like the villain when he's like, yeah, I know I'm evil.
I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah.
I can pretty much kill you, and he almost does.
Yeah. Goods. What's another good?
I do like they subvert Star Wars lore in terms of Force powers and the rule of two and the Sith cult, because I never really thought of the Sith having a cult. I mean, I believe that they had a cult amongst Sith.
Yeah.
Fellow Sith, fellow Force wielders. But I didn't see the scope of how many cult members were part of that whole assembly, because there's a lot of them.
Yeah, it really was.
It's like Illuminati sort of deal.
What's another good? Anything you want to add in, Mike?
What did you already talk about? Sorry, I had to go grab my food.
Oh. We talked about how you're a huge punk.
Well, what did you say was good?
that you weren't that you were gone.
What? You want me to just interrupt you? But anyway, what did you say was good?
I said
so far
Palpatine.
Sorry, go ahead.
Okay.
And EJ said the lore, the Star Wars lore, with Sith having a cult.
All right. What do I think was good?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna do the good and then the bad and then the not so great after.
There was lightsabers. They actually clashed.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's a fair one.
A dumpster fire. Yeah, it's fair.
Because I'm trying to think of other things, but yeah, that's like the first thing that comes to mind.
It wasn't prequel flashy, right? It was actually more of. It felt like OG sort of deal. It wasn't too flashy.
It felt like it was more in the between.
Yeah,
like it wasn't like we're gonna just jump and flip all over
and then twirl our lightsaber.
Yeah, it was more like we're gonna hit. We're only gonna jump if we need to.
Yeah.
I
always tend when I try to argue with people with that. I'm always like, but they're Jedi. They're like they're actual Jedi in the prequels. So yeah, of course they're gonna jump around and stuff like that. But
yeah, they know more stuff.
Yeah, they knew more stuff. This is before everything went to hell. So yeah, their fighting techniques are gonna be a little bit more, not I wouldn't say flamboyant, but I shouldn't say flamboyant, but
I mean that's right.
Yeah,
it does feel like a ballet at some point.
Yeah. But yeah, this is two people that are, trained by people that really don't, probably never really face to face with something evil like that, something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, they knew how to defend themselves, but they just didn't, it wasn't really acrobatic and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Honestly, I kind of liked the story where, like, okay, we have to find this thing and it'll get us to where we want to go. I know it's like just the same as what happened in Force Awakens, but I felt like, okay, I'm fine with that there's these things here. But I'll get more into why that's also a bad thing, because I'm pretty sure
Dagger.
Dagger. Yeah, that's
Sith dagger.
Anyway, that's part of the bad of it, though. So yeah.
Oh yeah, we'll talk about that in the bad.
Okay, I'm like trying to.
Because I like the idea of like, okay, let's go. There's something that we need to find, and it moves everybody forward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like, there's a goal in mind, and we have to move forward with it.
Okay. All right. Oh, one more thing. Just like character development, like background into certain characters as well.
Yeah.
Like you can finally get a background into Poe's character, you know?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude. It's funnier the second time around.
Yeah.
Because he's a spice runner, we find out.
Yeah. And you said Spice Runner's he's a drug dealer.
He's a drug dealer.
Yeah, he's a
He's
drug
a drug-
handler. Yeah.
He's a drug runner. Spice is cocaine.
He's a mule.
Yeah.
He's a mule.
Like, yeah, that was cool. Just cool to find out, just because it's like, oh, okay, now his flying skill like makes a little bit more sense now too.
Yeah, that's very true. And now he can break into almost everything.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like, how can you do that or something?
Yeah.
yeah,
Or lights. Was it light speed skipping?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Light speed skipping
Yeah.
or something? It's to evade authorities. So
Yeah, that was pretty cool. I didn't think about that, honestly. With the light speed skipping. Light speed
light speed skip. It's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
light speed skip.
that was like, to me, that's cool, but at the same time, it becomes this thing because they kind of just followed them no matter what.
Yeah. It's
I was like, wait a minute, how come
yeah.
TIE fighters have hyperdrive?
Yeah.
When the X-Wings
They don't
don't.
really
Like,
do.
it's like a good thing, but at the same time, it's like, oh, I forgot this stupid thing exists that lets them track. So yeah.
Tracks them
Yeah.
into hyper. Yeah, tracks them.
And
to
apparently they
hyperdrive.
they like made it smaller to fit in TIE fighters.
No, we'll get to
Yeah.
things smaller in making. Oh God. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Is there anything? Okay. It's good. Okay.
Oh, one more. I did like how they send off the OG cast. I mean, it took them long enough.
Yeah.
I mean, it sucks because Leia died in real life. She rest in peace. But how they send her off is like, I'll train Rey, and then Rey calls her master multiple times.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that was
Yeah.
sweet because it's like, oh, Leia has training too.
Yeah.
I like Luke's spiel. I felt like he was talking to us,
Yeah.
especially with the lightsaber. And then I did like Han Solo coming back to reprise his role.
Oh
As
yeah.
little as
Let's
it
just
was.
say the good
Yeah.
too as well. Let's just say all the jabs that
Oh yes,
all the
All
little,
the
all the jabs that ruined Johnson. Episode 8. For,
That was great.
Last Jedi. Yeah. Like the whole Luke grabbing the freaking lightsaber when she was about to throw it in the fire, when Rey is about to throw it in the fire. And he's like, you should treat this with more respect. Like
looks into the screen.
yeah, he pretty much does. Yeah.
He looks on the screen when he's raising the X-wing, and I loved it so much because it's like it makes sense. You can use that because you showed it to us in the Last Jedi.
It's like it's finally being used for something.
Yeah. Oh, God. What a. Yeah, but yeah. And then Holdo's stuff.
Yeah.
It being 1 in a million.
We should just
And like he insults him too.
Yeah.
It's like, come on. Think real.
Yeah.
That's a 1 in a million. It's as bad as the Womp Rat quote.
Yeah.
Because it's like, oh, that's impossible.
It's not
Like,
impossible.
it's not impossible. I used to bullseye Womp Rats in my T16. So I was like, oh, whoa, Luke. Yeah, but I sucks for that guy, but I love that it's a jab at the whole
Yeah.
light speed stuff.
I'm
Or
pretty
light
sure,
speed,
pretty sure JJ was just like really upset with him. Like, what'd you do, dude?
It's cool to look at, but does it really make sense? Because
Yeah.
it just puts a huge plot hole in everything.
Yeah. Plus, you didn't progress anything. And you just kind of destroyed everything that we put. Like the villain, you're like, oh, I hate him. I'm like, but he's the main baddie. I mean, come on, guys. Like, come on, man. Like, progress
Just
a little bit.
compassion, man. Just a little.
No, I'm just gonna kill him. I'm gonna kill him off. Screw him.
Kill him.
And I love, like, in the first 5 minutes, he's established. That's all we need. All these condescending quotes and tweets and stuff like that. Oh, you want a whole scene with him telling him his backstory?
Yeah.
And it's like, no, just 5 minutes. Literally. He's a clone. End of story.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. That's all I want. You don't have to, like,
Yeah.
give me a handy.
Like,
That
see,
always
that's how
annoys me
a
is
better
that-
writer would put it out. Just like little things like that. Like, you don't have to
Yeah.
like a horror writer would say, "Let me sit down with you guys and tell you the story of like how I did this,
How it became Sith.
flashback, just like stuff like that, just like
Fade flashback.
yeah,
I was a young teenager. Just like, what's going on?
during the battle, we've learned how to clone people. Woohoo!
Do.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. That was
okay,
the good.
that was is that about as good with the good? Are we good with the good?
I think we're good.
Did we talk about Rey being established as a Palpatine, which sort of like makes sense now in terms of her Mary Sooness?
And they're Mary Sooness.
It does, but
As reaching as it is.
yeah, it does. But at the same time, like I was thinking about, I was like, I don't know if it really does make sense overall.
Yeah.
Because like, why would Anakin's lightsaber call out to her in that case?
I'm pretty sure he still needed training. I'm pretty sure he wasn't just born with like, I'm pure evil. Like, just like
Yeah.
like
you're popping holes where Last Jedi is.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty reaching.
All right, we can talk about that for the bad or whatever too as well. Because I kind of have a little gripe with that as well. Because okay, she's a Palpatine. Okay, cool. But Anakin still needed training. So he was the chosen, considered to. Well, not anymore. He's not considered the chosen one. Well, to me, I honestly don't think he kind of like blows it off for this movie. This movie kind of like derails the OT, honestly. For me, I don't know about any of you, because it's just like, what's the point of those three movies then? If the Emperor is still alive, what was the point of those three movies? What was the point of Luke? What was the point of Darth Vader redeeming himself at the end? It was all a lie. It's all a lie.
It's all a lie. All of it.
It's all a lie. To me, it just feels like, just like, screw you. Like we're gonna go 1, 2, and 3. Then we can sort of say 4, 5, and 6 happened, but not really. Then 7, 8, 9. I don't know. Just makes me kind of upset about that. Just a little bit, because the story. Honestly, now it feels like it's the story of Rey. It's the story of Palpatine and his rise to power and his fall to power, then his rise again to power. I don't know.
Yeah, it feels a lot like the whole trilogy is intertwined with Palpatine and Skywalker.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like if there's a Skywalker, there's always a Palpatine manipulating something in the background.
Yeah.
Because isn't that why the whole dyad worked out?
Yeah.
Because the power of their relation or their bond.
Yeah.
Palpatine and a Skywalker.
Well, they're both
so
closely related too. So I guess that's why as well.
I mean, they had to have their Luke and Leia
incestuous moment. Yeah.
Incestuous moment. So.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I guess it runs in the family.
I guess it runs in both those families, dude. I guess so. Oh god.
But yeah, you're right, because like Palpatine had Plagueis to train him in the ways of manipulating life.
Yeah.
And just to say that she inherited that sort of, I guess, instinct, I suppose.
I was telling Michael that. I was asking Michael, I was like, does this make the midichlorian thing more valid? Because, she had, her blood was from Palpatine as well. I know it's like a generation apart, but it's still,
it's pretty strong.
Pretty strong, yeah. I'm like, wouldn't that validate the midichlorian thing that George put in the first movie, in the prequels?
See, when it comes to that, yeah, it sort of does, but I like to think Clone Wars overrid that and made it more like it's a spiritual thing. It's more of that there's a literal balance in the galaxy. And there's two forces at odds all the time. The brother and the sister, blah blah blah. The dark and the light.
Oh, okay.
Let's just more of a balance.
Okay,
yeah.
Let's take the two animated series out of the question, because not a lot of let's consider the people that don't really because we're into it and I get what I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
But to the normal people that don't watch those, then they just have the movies to go off of.
Mm-hmm.
Does it validate it more? I want to just, does it really do it? Because I get what you're saying. Because yeah, it's more spiritual, and it should be. Honestly,
Yeah.
it should be more spiritual. But yeah, like the way George did it, and he's like, oh, we want to get this as a as a midichlorian, as like more of a physical embodiment of the Force or whatever, and it's just like, does this count? Honestly, does it solidify, like validate it for midichlorians?
It would be. I feel like it's a yes,
Yeah,
a half yes and a half no.
yeah. That's
Mostly because
I keep trying to say it. I'm like, because I don't like the midichlorian thing either, but I'm like,
yeah,
it's kind of there, It's
yeah.
just,
As much as I see metachlorians, I feel is just a label just to what the Force is or what drives the Force.
yeah,
Like it's essentially what puts the bonds in between bonds together or whatever.
mm-hmm.
I forgot how Luke said it. It was like there's like pain and there's happiness and there's a bond in between, and you can take that as like atoms.
Yeah.
Or a force holding it together. And I just feel like the Force and metachlorians are just interchangeable.
Yeah.
In a way.
Yeah. Okay. That was just a theory of mine, because I was just like, I don't like, because people sometimes you feel the way that people breed dogs to like certain superiorities, like now there's like German shepherds and like this is a superior dog or whatever.
Yeah, because like genes and stuff like that.
Yeah, genes and stuff like that, and like this, like obviously, like I was like, okay, so we're meant to believe that the Palpatine gene is stronger than the Skywalker gene, but but Palpatine was the reason why the Skywalker was born in the first place.
Yeah.
I'm like, why would he create his own freaking downfall to begin with, though? That's the thing.
Yeah, it gets very convoluted, doesn't it? It gets like, was the Emperor aware of this? So how strong is the Emperor? Like, we saw how pretty strong he is.
Yeah.
And like, does it? And then we saw Snoke, who was a clone of the Emperor, and how strong he was.
Yeah.
And it's like, can you manipulate the bonds in between molecules, like as in essence the Force? Can you manipulate that and focus it into things?
Yeah.
Then like, why not just clone a pure evil version of yourself and kill everyone?
Yeah.
Like Star Killer.
Yeah.
Games aside.
I can also say that I can also say, like, what's it called? Maybe he was just doing it out of for fun. Maybe he didn't have a challenge and he wanted to make a challenge.
See, okay, I like that you brought that up, because the end of Skywalker, the Rise of Skywalker, reminds me of a plot point in Return of the Jedi that probably won't fly nowadays.
What's that?
Is getting Luke on the space station to begin with.
Yeah.
Like, remember how they didn't engage the fleet because the Emperor had dealings or wanted Luke to see his fleet, his friends start dying off, to tempt him to the dark side?
Yeah.
And like the same thing happens to Rey, because the Emperor fools Kylo to bring Rey in, to bring her in, so that she can kill him and she'll take the mantle of Empress.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like convoluted, and it's like, oh, why won't you just kill everyone? Because honestly, he could have brought the whole Sith fleet through anyway, and start systematically wiping out the galaxy without Rey, and then find Rey.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, what gravity would Rey in the fight be against him?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like in the Return of the Jedi makes sense sort of deal, because it's the Emperor and he had superior military forces.
Yeah.
But this one, it wasn't really established that he can just send out the Star Destroyers anyway.
Yeah.
He wanted Rey to see her friends die off.
Yeah.
So that would tempt her more.
Mm. Well, I was gonna say, like, because they do that in they do that in the CW Flash season 2 as well.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, because like Zoom, he was just he was bored because like he was killing everybody.
Yeah.
In the Earth 2,
uh-huh.
And he was just like, It's like being the villain is just boring when there's no one there. So why don't I create? Why don't I like I myself, you know, duplicate myself and play the role of the hero as well.
Oh, okay. And he created Flash.
Yeah,
he didn't kill his
that.
mom.
Yeah, he created that Flash. No, he didn't create the original Flash. He created that.
Oh.
He created the Earth 2 Flash.
Oh, okay.
He took he took away the actual Earth 2 Flash's everything from him. Or no. Can't remember. It was so long ago. No, there was no counterpart to him in Earth 2, right? Mike, do you remember?
I don't remember.
he took Earth. I think he went to another dimension and he took that guy's persona of Flash. Yeah.
Is that the guy with the glasses?
Oh no, it's not. It's like another Earth. It's like another. Yeah, it's just another Earth. There's another Flash.
I mean, technically, if you want to talk about it, think about it. He went back in time to before he was born, right?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
He took on somebody else's appearance. I can't remember who though. I think that's what he did. because he did that so he can become a mentor to Barry.
Yeah.
So was it the guy in the wheelchair? Wasn't that guy Zoom?
No. I'm talking about season 2, not season 1.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I have no idea.
Season 2 is when they introduce the Earth 2 storyline. The Zoom, not Reverse Flash, Zoom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm caught up. Thank you.
Yeah.
But it had the same plot point.
Oh. But he has them hidden away. He has the other Flash hidden away.
Yeah.
No. Because that's Earth 3 Flash.
Yeah.
I'm so confused. What's going on?
All right, never mind. Forget it. Yeah,
we're just gonna end up on this whole other tangent. Let's go back.
Yeah.
Okay, so they did that with the Return of the Jedi plot point.
Yeah, he was they did that with that as well. They did that for Rise of Skywalker. That's sort of thing what if I create or like Palpatine? I was just thinking it's a theory. What if Palpatine just created something let's see if this will defeat me or something let's see if this will give me something trifle or whatever, or maybe a new apprentice or whatever, something like that. I don't know.
Yeah,
and
he's bored.
And he created Anakin. And he created Anakin from Shmi. Shmi.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't. But I was just thinking to myself, that sucks because it just tampers with the original trilogy for me, honestly. So we're saying that was for nothing then? I don't know.
See, I wouldn't say it was for nothing, just because it proves that Vader can be swayed back to the light. Because so far he's been killing thousands, if not millions, of people, and that the dark side is defeatable. Yeah, and it just held back the tide of the Emperors for 10 years, a handful of years after Return.
Yeah,
and Force Awakens. Yeah. If anything, it just proved that the dark side is not this infinite, powerful thing that everyone should turn to.
Yeah.
Sort of deal.
Okay. I'm gonna get back to that sometime later on when I'm when I watch it a second time.
Yeah.
Because I'm just because I'm trying to remember by and I'm just I watched it, but I'm there's a lot of things I didn't really give a crap about in that movie. Honestly, it was cool, yeah, but it was just they didn't really give Lando anything to do, honestly, to me. For me,
yeah, it's more of just fan service.
Hello, I'm here.
He's alive.
Where's my Millennium Falcon? I'm so lonely,
Yeah, the Skywalker story wrapped up with Vader.
Yeah,
that's it just wrapped up. It just showed that he screwed up the first time around, 1, 2, and 3. He gave in to the dark side.
Yeah.
He tried to give a vicious cycle to his son, and he tried to tempt him as well, but the son was better and was able to resist it. That Anakin should have the first time around.
Yeah.
So he killed the one that was tempting him the first time around, 1, 2, and 3, which is the Emperor.
Yeah.
But it just turns out, the Emperor is stronger than we thought. but the story of the Skywalker family was wrapped up there. Like, oh, it's the end.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I can see that.
Yeah, because it's more of like, it's, if you want to bring in real world stuff, it's like Stalin and Lenin. Lenin's gone, but Stalin was able to rise with what he learned from Lenin.
Yeah.
And instead of that, it's the Emperor. He learned he's like, the first thing he did in the movie was take out the Skywalker, because the first time, the second time, but technically first time around, a Skywalker stopped him. So he took out Ben first because he knew that could happen again.
Yeah.
Like he force pushed him into the abyss or something like that. It's like, a Skywalker felled me, so shall fall the last Skywalker or something. He gives some spiel. And he takes him out first.
I didn't get to see that. I had to take my nephew to the restroom.
Oh, is that the one? Oh, God,
yeah.
Damn, really?
Yeah, I didn't get to see that part. I was like,
Yeah,
what the hell is he doing in a hole? Like, yeah.
Why did he get punted into hole in one? But yeah, that's the whole spiel. He's really pissed off at him or his family line, his bloodline.
Yeah, I was like, when I came home, I was like, this whole, like, when the fleet was coming, when, like, Poe was, like, giving up.
The end game?
Poe was giving up on hope and everything like that.
There's more of us, Finn. Oh, not Finn, Poe.
Yeah.
There's more of us. Poe. It just kind of sucks because they weren't shooting back, were they?
The giant cut and paste, copy and paste freaking fleet came to fight the other copy and paste fleet. Yeah.
There was some fan service in that fleet. The Ghost was there, or the Mandalorian ship was there. If you ever saw it,
I didn't see anything. It
didn't even matter, honestly. It was just for the trailers. Hey, the fleet's in here. But that was weird. Like, how did they build that fleet? It just opens a bunch of holes.
Yeah. How did they build that fleet?
Yeah, it came out of the ice. And
how did the general get there? Honestly.
Yeah.
How did that general get to the what is the planet called?
Exegol?
Exegol, yeah. How do you get there?
Yeah.
He was playing with what's his face? Kylo. Unless Kylo brought him there and said, "All right, I'm gonna go fuck off somewhere." Oh, screw! Damn it! I used our F-bomb. Damn it!
PG now, or are we?
PG-13.
PG-13.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like it opens another hole where was the First Order not superior after wiping out the Republic fleet?
Yeah.
Well, why are they afraid?
They were like too. When they were discussing about it, in that when when he's like talking about like we need more resources or whatever, we should start kidnapping more kids or whatever.
Harvesting the galaxy or something.
Harvesting the galaxy of their children or whatever. Yeah.
It's like, wait, are you guys not winning?
Yeah.
Can you just conscript people and brainwash them?
Yeah. I was like, what?
Use the
when
force.
I heard that, I was like, what? Wait, what? You guys, you brought them down to just like a handful of people.
Yeah, it feels like there's a gap in storytelling. Like, is there something you're not telling us?
Yeah. Big gap there. Big gap.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyone can chime in whatever they didn't like about it either.
Knights of Ren.
Knights of Ren.
Knights of Ren were useless.
What a freaking waste.
They're the Boba Fett.
Yeah. They are, honestly. They are the Boba Fett of this. Well, they are the second Boba Fett, along with what's her face, Phasma.
Oh, right. That's true. So they're Boba Fett number 3, 4, 5, 6,
7, 8. Yeah. How many of them were there? There were 4 or 5.
I think 7.
7?
Okay. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 7.
7.
And they were just I don't even know why they even applied or established them.
Yeah. I thought they would have like some sort of like, they didn't even have lightsabers or anything like
they didn't have
anti-lightsaber thing.
Yeah, what the heck was that about?
I don't know.
Here's a lightsaber, or here's a big ass sword. Can I say that?
Like, can I have that sword? Can I have one of those lightsabers? The thing that cuts through everything.
Yeah, it's like, no, I'll take the sword. I like to hit it repeatedly. Like, so Ben took the special ed Jedi with him, like the not so bright Jedi that didn't really get along with everybody.
Oh man, that would suck. They because they probably had their own lightsabers.
Oh yes. I mean, if Leia has her own lightsaber, that's a good. But why not them? That's a bad.
Well, here's another thing too. That was like, That's weird. It's like, what happened to Kylo's lightsaber? His blue lightsaber and the whole entire thing.
Yeah,
Picked it up his ass.
Did he just like destroy it?
Did like once like he probably once Snook got him, he's like, very good. Now give me your lightsabers.
He's like, what's with Snoke and lightsabers?
Yeah.
It would have been cool if instead of throwing his lightsaber, he like rebuilt it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He sat there and meditated and like took it apart, and like the you could see the kyber crystal, and it just turns from red or an unstable state to like blue.
Apparently,
it's color.
like they have to turn it. They have to make it bleed. The kyber crystal bleed or something like that.
Yeah, it's the most metal thing ever.
Yeah,
but that's what kyber crystals are.
Yeah,
organic crystals.
Yeah, he heals it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, oh my god, that would have been so cool.
That would have been cool. Yeah.
His mom pops up as a force ghost, like, grabs the crystal. It like becomes green.
Yeah.
And then comes and drops it. I was like, oh my gosh.
That would have been cool.
The tears.
That would have been cool. I mean, that would be pretty neat.
Because like it's just so that they can have their little swap.
Yeah, I
with
know.
the lightsabers. That's
that again is a bad for me.
Yeah.
Because I didn't like that.
Oh, I didn't know. Okay, let's get to the that whole thing with the whole them being able to grab stuff from from each other, from their little force,
bond something.
Thingy,
or whatever they're called.
Because at least in 8. Okay, what's it called?
Goes back to 8.
Okay, yeah, at least in 8.
Yeah,
Luke with his little vision, with his little thing that he does at the end, he gives Leia those dice of Han, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, she leaves them there because she's like, "Why do I have to have this? This is his. This is from his ex-girlfriend. Like, who doesn't care about her?" Then what's his? Kylo. He finds those dice and he grabs them, and he holds them for a while, but then they disappear. Wouldn't that be the same? Wouldn't that have to be the same way in here? But I know they're pretty much just like retcon, like everything from The Last Jedi. But I would think that would, stick with it because it's a vision. It's still a vision. It's not like they're there physical. I think I don't know.
Did he have the dice physically? Because
he did have the dice physically.
Oh, then why did it this?
No,
Luke did, right? No,
yeah.
Luke. Luke had him with. Yeah.
Did he have the dice? I don't even know.
I feel like he took them because he snuggled. Not snuggled. He went into the Falcon.
Yeah.
And he found the dice. And did he not take them?
I don't
know. Them, right? I feel like he did.
I don't think he took them.
He did. He just put them back where they were.
Like they don't really tell you. It's not like they're gonna. I don't know. Let's go back and look at the thing.
Can we not?
See if they're hanging on the dash.
God, the whole dice story. Anyway, but yeah, the whole teleportations. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know how.
Because the thing sends off with him. He grabs that necklace off of her, and it's like find out where they are. Like hurry! It's gonna freaking go away pretty soon.
I don't know where it is, and then like the soldier comes back, like we gotta analyze. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that whole force teleportation stuff was it was cool. Oh, I get it, force teleportation.
Yeah.
But it just the ending fight was just hilarious because he just gets a lightsaber out of nowhere.
Yeah. And they had to be there. They had to be the same way. Position is like, all right, I'm gonna put him right here, and I hope it's. Oh my god, it's inside you!
My arm, Jesus Christ!
It's like just and
then
molds into his arm. Yeah.
And okay, there's one scene that bugged me, and I just thought it was hilarious. Is when he's on I forgot that planet full of refugees or something, and they're fighting in the snow, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, "Where are you? I can't sense where you are." But Rey's holding the dagger in her hand.
Yeah.
So where did you leave the dagger, Kylo? Your quarters. So why did it take Vader's helmet to plop in front of you
That was one of
So
those things that those guys are talking about right now today too. He's like, wait a minute, he's not looking. Like, you look at, she has the dagger in his hands. I was like, okay, yeah, I don't remember that, but all right, yeah, okay.
Yeah, the dagger's in your hand. It's in her hand. Kylo, for the love of God.
I would just
I
like
want
to
to
see.
like your movie.
I would just like to see people like that don't know what's going on. And he's just like talking to somebody there, and he's just like going through the motions of like fighting with someone. I was like, what the hell is going on here? Like, what's he doing?
Yeah, how did
Sir,
that work out?
You're in a fit of rage, sir. Like,
Some guy stands in front of him,
I'm gonna
swipes at him.
I'm gonna take you down. Like,
Something's wrong with the supreme leader. He's massacred 3 children that walked by.
he's taking out a horse. He's taking out a giant wall. He's run into a wall. Like,
You see, that's funny to me because I think about that one shot too, where he's talking to Palpatine,
Yeah.
and it cuts back, and he's just staring at a wall. And it's like, that looks weird.
Like some stormtroopers walk by and they're like,
Yeah.
"What the hell?"
He's like just talking to a wall. Yeah.
Like, what is
At one
it?
point.
Is that? And then, or better yet, they start following him and like copying him. So there's like 7 stormtroopers staring at the wall with him, and then he just looks. He's like, "What are you guys doing?" And they look at him and they walk away. They're like, "What are you doing, sir?"
He just kills them all. Or like, okay, another thing that there's gonna be a lot of things that we don't like. So people deal with it, because it's good, but it is a really flawed movie. It's fundamentally it's flawed.
It's like a jigsaw puzzle.
So
Yeah.
in Mandalorian, you know how like they land the TIE fighter?
Mm-hmm.
Did they all land like that?
Don't ask me that.
Well, because I was just thinking about that too. Because I was like, he just kind of sits it on top of its wings.
Yeah,
when he lands
on its ball.
Yeah,
because like it goes flat, right? So wouldn't it like roll forward?
I was just thinking about that in Rise of Skywalker. Like when he shows up, the TIE fighter's just sitting there like that.
But
yeah,
the thing about that is a Empire TIE fighter.
Yeah, but
so does it have hyperdrive?
We just saw an Imperial TIE fighter.
Yeah.
Land.
Like on the Mandalorian. Yeah. I was talking about how did that TIE fighter get there in the first place? Because he got that from the Death Star, right?
He did get that from the Death Star.
So did he find the one undestroyed TIE fighter?
I would think everything would have melted. But then again, yeah, I was gonna say everything would have like been destroyed.
Yeah, it fell to the planet.
But there were still like skeletal bones of like stormtroopers. There was armor all over the place.
Yeah.
Oh, there was even glass still from the from the windows on there.
Yeah, that's true.
The throne room survived, for Christ's sake.
His chair survived.
Yeah, his chair survived.
Chair is still there. And they went to his bedroom, which is a breach of privacy, right? Jesus Christ.
No.
It's all weird when you think.
Apparently, that's Vader's. That was Vader's.
That was Vader's room.
Not room, but that was his.
Sanctum Sanctorum.
The thing that the MacGuffin.
Oh, the little the little tracker
GPS
thing,
whatever. Yeah.
The
Holocrux.
I don't know what they're called. I forget what they're called.
The pyramid thing, right?
Yeah,
I don't remember what they're
apparently
called.
That's Vader's.
Oh, that's Vader's.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
I guess. It's one of those things. Is like, what? That doesn't make any sense. Like, why would he have it?
Yeah.
So close to the throne room.
Yeah,
I don't
like
know.
Emperor's walking around. Hey, what's this?
Honestly, I didn't even know there was a side thing because in the fight with him, it's a huge open space.
It's just a flat
Return
wall.
of the Jedi. There's the elevator right there. Then there's the Emperor right there. Then there's this plane right like in the front of the Emperor's thing. There's stairs. Then there's another plane. Then on the side of it, there's like a balcony or whatever, like a second story thingamabobber. I don't know what it is, but yeah.
Yeah.
Because at the end of Return of the Luke hides under it.
Yeah. He hides under it. He
Where
jumps on
is
top
that
of it.
room? Where is that room? Tell me, where is that room? Not unless there's a second throne room that the Emperor has, like how they always do.
Oh yeah, of course. There is always a second throne.
He always
There's
has
a second bridge.
he has a room with a view. Always.
It's hidden behind something.
Oh god.
Yeah, it's who knows.
I don't know. That's a
Let's
little
go
bit
with it.
A lot of detail. Yeah. Everything's the Force. Everything. Like, let's just say everything's
Speaking
the
of
Force.
force,
Yeah.
are we establishing Finn having force powers now?
Apparently, I wish that happened in TFA, so we could have an interesting character between those two. That would have been cool. Let me shoot my, two
Your
and,
fanfic
or
load?
my 2 and 3. Yeah, let me shoot my fanfic or whatever.
Okay.
Okay, we established that he also is, force sensitive in, The Force Awakens.
Yeah.
Because, he's able to wield a lightsaber, dual lightsaber as well.
Yeah.
Get some good shots in or whatever. He doesn't win, obviously.
He can hold his own. Somewhat
He can hold his own somewhat because he has somewhat tapped into the Force.
Yeah.
Then Leia and finds out like, oh yeah, you are Force sensitive. Let's train the both of you so we'll have two people going in. Whereas Rey has like a God-given talent for the Force, for tapping into it because of her lineage and everything like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It comes really easy to her, obviously. But, we get to see, the struggles of another character trying to wield it as well. Trying to, come to understanding what he has or whatever, and that'd be Finn.
Yeah.
And, that drives like certain narrative, like it's not narrative, but, drives their, relationship together. Because I'm pretty sure they wanted to have like a bond between those two.
Yeah.
But it got derailed.
By a train wreck.
Yeah. And it could be like because she's so like easily not easily manipulated, but like the third movie could have been like her, like she got tempted to the dark side and everything like that, and it was up to him to bring her back. Still, it's not like her failing, like not failing, but not like her like killing her, but he brings her back, and they are the heroes. They become the hero. Both of them share the victory together on defeating, Snook, which was I'm pretty sure was supposed to be
the main
I'm
baddie.
pretty sure he was supposed to be.
Yeah.
Because if Last Jedi didn't happen the way it did.
Yeah. Or you could have him like doing stuff in the back, like her like finding like watching her do her stuff, and like him going like other like secret areas and trying to do it himself. That would have been cool. I don't know.
Yeah, that would be cool. It makes sense because
Yeah.
it feels like that's what Last Jedi. Well,
Yeah,
it's
'cause you
more
find
established now.
Yeah, because
but,
you would find out like, oh yeah, she still is. She kind of is like the still the protagonist in there, but protagonists fall as well. They fail as well.
Yeah.
And I would like to have seen at least a little bit of that.
Yeah, if Last Jedi was focusing more on Jedi training,
Yeah,
like, oh, Finn has an affinity to it.
yeah. And they built up this bond together, and like their bond was their bond for each other was what brings her back to the light. And it failed, and like Snook's plan fails. I don't know. I had it so close. I have it so clearly in my mind. Like saying it right now, kind of like I'm like rushing it.
Don't rush your fanfic.
Oh, it's fanfic. I love it. Well, it's better than what we got with Finn in these movies.
Yeah,
It's nothing but the the stereotypical relief. Honestly, to me.
yeah. At least for this one, it would have been cool to see his ex-stormtrooper cadre like established already.
Yeah.
Like, oh, they have armor now, or like they're a special resistance squad,
Yeah.
and they have like I don't know clone armor. or something like that, or some armor they found from the Old Republic.
Yeah, that would have been cool. Oh, I was gonna say, what if they? I don't know if they would have out. I'm pretty sure they would have outposts, right? From the Old Republic.
Yeah, from the Clone Wars.
Yeah, from the Clone Wars.
Yeah, they
That would
would.
have been pretty neat, honestly.
They would, like, if they find a cache of like gear, like DC-16s or whatever the rifles they had, the blasters they had.
Yeah,
Yeah, it would have been would have been cool to hear that blaster go off.
that would have been pretty neat. Well, all the stuff that we think about is so much cooler than everything that actually happened. Oh man, but I'll write it down just to think of it because I thought it was actually pretty. I think it's an actual pretty good character study, maybe. Not for just in general.
Poe? Not Poe. Finn.
Finn and Rey.
Finn's development and Phil's.
Yeah, Finn and Rey's development is together. I don't know.
No, it makes sense because let's see, we keep going back to The Last Jedi because like The Force Awakens, they establish a relationship between them, but The Last Jedi tears them apart.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't have to be like it doesn't have to be like a love interest. It doesn't have to be.
Oh
like,
no, not at all. Like a student, maybe.
Yeah, it could be like student or just like really like best friends. Like not best friends, but yeah, best friends. I would say.
It'd be my best. Yeah, exactly. I don't care much for love interests in Star Wars in general.
Yeah, honestly, I don't
or
either.
love relationships other than the prequels because that makes sense, I guess. But
yeah. I don't because honestly, if you really think about it, Return or Empire didn't really, it was like Han trying to get in them, pennies.
And the regal panties.
Luke of Luke of Leia, but it wasn't like even when they kissed, it didn't really it wasn't really crazy focused. It was just there for that scene. Then all right, cool.
Yeah, it's to make Han jealous.
Yeah. Oh man. But yeah. Yeah. I think I'll keep that story structure in mind whenever I decide to ever think about writing something. That would be
write a Star Wars movie.
No, that'd be cool. But no, just a story in general. Okay, going back to the bad. Can you guys talk with each other? Because I really got to go to the restroom.
Okay.
All right, I'll be right back.
Bad.
All right.
Bad. Everything's bad.
Oh, everything's bad. Should we talk about the dagger or wait?
I want to say we can talk about it, but I'm pretty sure he has something to add to it.
Okay.
It's ridiculous.
All right.
Think about. I guess we can talk about it. He'll jump in. It's not gonna be that long, is he? All right. Anyway.
Yeah, he's just gonna.
The dagger's stupid. All right.
Dagger. Yeah. What? Well, okay. What was this? It was a dagger made by the Sith cult, right? To find the last MacGuffin, the Sith MacGuffin, right? Mm-hmm. So, did they take a picture and shape it so that let's make the blade the shape of the piece of a Death Star?
They would have had to, right?
Yeah.
They would have to do something similar to that anyway. And then, just hope that thing's stuck on some huge rocks that aren't going to move. Or, hope that piece just stays there in general.
Yeah. Because what if it warped? What if it changed one iota and they never found it? Or, I mean, it's pretty obvious where they would keep anything that precious. Oh, it's the Emperor's throne room.
Yeah. Yeah, you would think it's something like that. Honestly, with the dagger, I would have taken a beam of light over the let's line this up.
Oh, okay, we're talking about the dagger. Okay.
Yeah.
That Indiana Jones inspired dagger.
Duty. Shit. I would wait, can I say that?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. I would rather take her disassembling it or some sort of Sith magic, like it turning to dust and it piercing her. And then the blood giving fuel to the hate of the Force, and showing her the direction where it
dagger.
is. Yeah, or something like that. It takes a life of its own and it stabs her, and then it like I don't know thrusts towards the direction of where it is.
Come on, Disney! You killed a lot of people in Endgame. Like at least we can show a little blood in here. Come on. But I think maybe Palpatine took all the the scary away or whatever. I don't know. Because they made
he was missing fingers.
Yeah, he was missing fingers
like
and
bones
he was
were
blind and everything.
He was blind. It's like, he was hooked to like a machine.
Oh, another thing I liked was his whole design in general in this one. Honestly, I felt was pretty cool. He's
his rebirth.
He was hooked on.
I was hooked up until the pimp scene.
He was hooked up on a machine.
I like that too, though.
He was hooked up on a machine, and I like that.
Yeah,
it's just like him, just
honestly,
like
I did too.
having no need to walk anymore. Just him, just
floating there.
Just floating there. Yeah.
Where's that thing hooked up though? It was pretty high up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, but going back to the dagger. Yeah. Going back to the dagger thing. Yeah, that was stupid. I didn't like that at all. Because it's just like, all right, like when did you make that dagger? Did you make it after?
There's measurements too.
But it has to be after, because I don't know. It just has to be after.
It should be after, but then like
how far after?
Yeah, because she kind of gives off the vibe that it's been used for sacrifices.
Yeah,
but it's like you have an ancient sword they use for sacrifices, and you press a button, and there's like a Bluetooth thing sticking out of it because there's a measuring tape sticking out of the hilt of the damn thing.
With a measuring oh my god, yeah. The measuring tape thing really pissed me off, dude. I was like,
that came out
really. I was like, really? It's a freaking thing. Like, I was like, you better not like aim it toward. You're aiming it towards something. You're aiming it towards something. Oh my god!
The blade will show the way. Okay. The blade will show the way.
The blade will show the way.
Yeah, it does feel like Indiana Jones.
Do we cut? That'd be like funny, just like having like a scene with them. Like, how do we open this? Maybe it's a blade. We had to put blood on it, and it's just them cutting each other.
Finn's dead. They cut him too much. Yeah, why not? Why Poe's injured already?
Yeah.
Why not like, hey, I have a thing I have to do, and like what? And like swipe the blood, the bandage.
By the way, I guess that he with the force healing thing. Like, I guess he didn't really deserve to be healed more than that snake or whatever that thing was, because she didn't give a damn about the wound.
about Poe?
Yeah,
Poe's wound.
Injured. Yeah. It's like, can you help me out? Can you heal me? Can you heal me too? Like, no. I already put up enough life essence.
Like, you live with it.
Yeah.
You live with it, Poe. Poe's the only one that gets injured. I'm so sad.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that, but yeah, that's true. She doesn't bother to heal him.
Man. Funny. Yeah, the dagger thing was a mistake, honestly, to me. I feel like that was a...
Oh, that was definitely a 100% mistake. Like, why is that a...
I was like, that kind of, like, took it out. I was like, okay. Like, that's... that's pretty bad. But the whole thing with her freaking... Oh, dang it. Freaking sailing to the
sailing the
thing. I was like, how do you know how to do that? Like,
you were born on a desert planet. At least you were on a desert planet.
On a desert planet, yeah.
And you're telling me you can waveboard with any of them or something, whatever the heck that thing is.
Yeah, Wave Runner.
Yeah, no.
Wave Runner.
Yeah. No, the thing that you do now, you can do. It has a big old
sail,
and then
sail runner. Sail, boom, boom, boom.
It's just a surfboard with a sail on it, and that's it.
Yeah, with a little. It's like from Waterworld.
Yeah,
that's what I can remember.
But anyway, yeah.
I bet that she like the person says it's dangerous right now. Like, look, there like one sail is gone, and like, oh my god, she made it, and like there's another sail. Let's go sail over there. Like you just said, it's like it's too dangerous right now.
What is dangerous? Like,
yeah.
Like a little more work than usual,
obviously, or I was gonna say, obviously, the three of you survived. It's not that dangerous.
How did they climb up there? Anyway, this is just
Yeah.
just grabbing
it's-
things.
there's
now.
there's a lot of it that's like it's just nitpicky, but yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Because
the
that
dagger.
thing is really.
Is it really that nitpicky? I mean,
No,
Well, the dagger's
no.
not.
The
Everything
dagger's
else
not.
I don't
is.
think the dagger.
Like,
I don't think
how
the
did he
dagger-
drive a car or something?
Yeah.
How did Finn climb up there? How did Finn find him? How did Finn climb down there? It's just
Yeah.
yeah. Another one too was I think the whole thing with C-3PO's mind being wiped and everything like that, the coordinates thing with Bubber. Yeah, that too. I think that was kind of bad, honestly, because then you do it, but then you still get his memory back.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
they
thought it
probably
was
shouldn't
like,
have
eh.
focused on that and being
Yeah.
a dramatic moment.
Yeah.
'Cause it's like yes
Yeah.
and no.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
yeah,
yes.
it's dramatic because he loses it.
Yeah,
It's not because it gets just overwritten in the next 20
yeah,
minutes.
it's just a joke. It's just
Yeah.
one
Yeah.
big joke. C-3PO had a lot of dialogue than I'm used
Yeah.
to.
That was
I don't
weird,
remember
too.
him talking a lot more
Yeah.
than this.
I was like, maybe JJ heard him. What's his face?
Complaining
Yeah,
about not
complaining.
having a big enough
Yeah.
role.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, why
Or
am I
not
here?
even. Yeah. Like, why am I here? Like, obviously true. Like, why is he here? Like,
I mean that is true. Was it through Last Jedi?
Yeah.
Why he was not here?
Yeah.
Ooh.
I think it was in both, wasn't it?
Was
Like,
it?
he's like, why am I here? Like, I'm just a prop, more or less. Because I don't think he did anything in Force Awakens, right?
Not really.
Not really.
He said a
It was
few
just
lines
more
and
of
that was
Leia.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was more of he's back, and they didn't build it up to anything.
Yeah.
They just
Yeah.
wanted him there. But like Last Jedi, why it's literally the plot didn't go anywhere. But like, why is he here?
Yeah. It's just like
Why is the course here if the
like
course isn't
why
gonna
is
do anything?
BB-8 with him? Like, screw you. I want R2 and C-3PO. I don't want BB-8.
Yeah.
BB-8 has his time and it's over.
Yeah, it's
For
Dio's
me,
time.
I
now.
feel like more of the way they bring BB-8 before mobility, but then it's like, well, then why'd you bring C-3PO? The dude can barely move.
It's the future now. They upgraded. They put stairs everywhere.
Michael.
Because in
Yeah, I was
prequels
gonna
he can
say,
fly.
Yeah, I was gonna say he can fly. What are you talking about, Michael? He can
No,
fly.
C-3PO. I'm not talking about
Oh, C3.
R2.
Oh, I thought you were talking R2. My bad.
Like, why'd you bring C-3PO? Like, if that's your thing about mobility, then why'd you bring C-3PO? The dude
He runs
barely-
pretty fast too.
He does, but it's like, you look at all of them, he's like the dude in the back.
Yeah.
He's always the dude in the back, and they're like, yeah, we're in a hurry. Like, hurry.
Move your ass, C3PO. I
Yeah.
think he says.
I'm gonna be a permanent resident.
Like, oh my god, I just met you. Why are you so rude or something?
But yeah.
Oh man. Okay, but yeah, and like, cause obviously they have that new weird teacup or not teacup
The cone head.
pixel cup, yeah, not pixel cup, plexi, is it plexi?
Dixie cup.
Dixie cup, yeah, Dixie cup droid, and he had the
Dixie
information
cup
as
added to a
well.
plate. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, didn't he? Like, he
Yeah,
knew
yeah,
where the
he
planet
had-
was?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he gave them the coordinates, yeah,
Yeah.
too as well. It's like,
No, if I remember right, it's like, yeah, he has him. Then all of a sudden, they get a transmission from Ray that she's going through. and it's
Yeah,
like-
that she's. Yeah.
it was like, what? What was the point?
Yeah. Or to plot the whatever
course.
border.
The plot, the course. Yeah, I
plot
know.
the course,
what-
I guess.
know what her
Well,
thing
see-
was, but yeah.
And it makes you think that's like the course is pretty tight, right? They could barely go through it.
yeah,
Mhm.
So how did a whole fleet of ships bigger than their ship than the Taunton 4 Taunton? Yeah, the Taunton 4 were able to navigate that. Or how will the Star Destroyers
How did the
navigate
Star
that?
Destroyers make it through there? Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
That's
because
something.
it's really tight. Because it
Yeah.
looks like they're going through all these turns and all this other crap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, like, I don't know what he was gonna do. I don't know how he was gonna plan. I don't know how Palpatine was gonna plan to get all those ships out when he knows
They
the
got
course.
one
They
ship.
Yeah,
they just had to fly over the nebula. That's why.
There's no dimensions in this world, Mike. Silly Mike.
There's no Z-axis. Yeah, you're
No.
right. I'm sorry.
They always approach each other like facing each other in even Star Trek. They face each other. They're not
Oh,
like
man.
backwards.
That's hilarious. This is funny. All right. Oh damn. Oh god. Oh, I'm trying to think of stuff. I'm trying to remember what I was. I really should have wrote this down, honestly, because I'm just going.
I mean, we already talked about the weird force thingy.
Yeah.
Being able to hand stuff off, like that was bad to me. That was just like, oh, this is kind of stupid.
That was really
Being used so many
convenient.
times.
Yeah, it was very convenient.
Yeah, it's a very convenient thing. It's a very, was it Deus Ex Machina, in a way?
Convenience, more of a
yeah,
convenience. Yeah.
Deus Ex is just like,
Yeah, something happens for no reason. Yeah. Yeah, blah, 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 blah.
Oh man.
Oh. I don't know.
Seth
I think
Dagger,
like getting
can you talk about
nitpicky. Yeah.
Okay.
I think getting nitpicky is just like, I don't get why they just destroy one planet. Why didn't they just go off and send out all the
okay,
ships?
let's talk about that. The freaking little mini freaking Death Star tech, yeah, on a Star Destroyer. By the way, how the hell did that one get out?
Why did all of them get out at that point?
Yeah, why didn't they all get out?
Yeah.
Why the?
Oh, okay. I think I know why. I think I know why. It's most of the Star Destroyers were empty because they didn't have enough crews to man all of them.
Okay.
Are you
sure? I
can
believe that.
Yeah, because remember they said they're gonna harvest the galaxy to man them. They didn't have enough.
I think that's
no, but they say they have more They said they had they had more soldiers on there too as well, or whatever, people on there in that office room, in the in the meeting room.
Yeah,
it's like,
yeah, she said that
with their forces, we'll have 10,000 people, or more than 10,000 fold, or whatever, or something like that.
Yeah, that's like enough to man maybe 2 or 3 Death Stars. Because a Death Star is 1,000, so 4 people.
Because I think they're already manned, honestly. And it just took the Emperor, or took freaking what's his face to finally, whatever.
Yeah, because like the scene when I watched it again, the only Death Star they're on is the Command Death Star, and that's the only Death Star they actually go inside and they show. Or Star Destroyer, excuse me, yeah. Yeah, so that's the only Star Destroyer they go into and they show.
Yeah.
And that's it. Yeah.
I don't know. That seemed like a weird edit to me, honestly. Because you have him talking to the Emperor. He's like, long have I've served you in the old wars of old and everything like that. And I'm like, all right, then he said, like, the Emperor's like, oh, let's show them, what we can do or whatever, like destroy a planet or whatever.
Yeah.
He's like, with the new tech that we have. And it's just like, all right, okay. And then we cut to the scene, cut to the inside of that Star Destroyer, and I'm like, I was like, wasn't he just on a First Order ship? I was like, where the hell is he? Because everyone was had like little bits of red in them too, and I was like, what's going on here?
Like that's cool.
like I was like, cool. Like, did they all just like just run off screen and change wardrobe or something? Yeah, and then all of a sudden, he throws that he has that little gun on the bottom of the Star Destroyer, and he shoots that planet, and he destroys it. And I was like, okay, why is everything? Why? It's like, this makes no sense anymore. Like, why does everything have to be planet killing everything now? Everything's like turned up to the degree in this new series. If it's not, everything's just world, like, universe destroyer or whatever, galactic destroying weapon thingy. And it didn't scare them at all. It's just like you destroyed a planet, okay. I was like, I don't know. I can't remember what happened. I cannot remember what happened after that. They're like, oh, Jeddah, or I don't know what the hell what planet they destroyed.
I actually don't remember that planet either. Yeah. It's like the one with Zeeps in it.
Yeah, it's like so like forgettable, that planet. They're just like, okay, like they have Death Star.
We stopped here once.
Yeah. Like, they stopped.
All I remember is
Zeeps.
Yeah. There's Zeeps and all the other First Order, like rounding up the kids and stuff like that. Oh, and then Poe's little talk.
Oh,
on
was
top
that
of that
was
planet.
it that planet?
That was that planet. Yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah,
where they
yeah.
reprogrammed C-3PO.
You see, I like that
Yeah.
place was so forgettable to me. Honestly, I just didn't freaking. I don't know
I actually
why
don't remember
it was.
the name. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, the planet. Yeah,
But I remember what happened on it.
I think that's why it's like just I don't remember the planet's name. That's why I was just like, I was like, okay. I was like, to me, I was like, okay, so they just killed they just destroyed a planet that had nobody on it or something. I don't get it. Like, what happened there?
I thought they destroyed the desert planet at first, honestly.
Yeah,
But it was this, yeah.
that made me laugh because it's just like big chunks of planet all over the place.
Yeah. I think that made me laugh too because I was like, didn't you have a more efficient way of doing this? Like,
Yeah.
everything just implodes.
Yeah. Okay, it's kind of like it's a step back from the Death Star,
Yeah,
where it's just instantaneous. I was like, okay, maybe I shouldn't have put the Death Star. I just put little miniature tech that's not very efficient.
and apparently all of them had that
Yep.
sort of weapon. Why didn't he send us his fleet out?
Yeah. Because he wanted to tempt Rey. Like in Return of the Jedi, he wanted to tempt Luke. Why didn't they just wipe out the rebels there? Like, it's all of Palpatine's stuff. Palpatine wants to do this and that.
He had his second hubris freaking caused his death again.
His third.
Okay,
oh no, his second. Because the
Second.
first one, it actually went well.
yeah.
He wiped out the Jedi and took over the galaxy.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah,
my
the
God.
second one was what? He wanted to build the Death Star to all the other planets would bend their knee
Yeah.
and not fight him, right?
Yeah.
And then this is it again, so that all the other planets will bend their knee because apparently intergalactic invasions during the Clone Wars is not as effective as it's time consuming, I guess.
I was just like, how come they didn't? Because they were talking about like he was gonna do like things on three fronts. He was gonna have like a three-frontal war with them, and it's just like I wanted to see that.
In Return?
No. In here.
Oh yeah, Return of and the
Rise
or
of
this
Skywalker.
new one, the sequel. Yeah. Oh yeah, Rise.
Because that's what they're talking about. Because when they were saying like at the beginning, or I think it's at the beginning, right?
Mm.
They was talking about like he's gonna have like he was to say he has planned out for like a war on three fronts. He's gonna scatter his Star Destroyers or whatever in three areas, and like in less than like what 60 hour. I don't know what the hell he was like. Some
number
of hours. And I was like, why does he have to have? Why is he giving him time? Like, just
Make
do it.
the ending so sweet.
Just do it now.
Again, Return of the Jedi. Why not just wipe out the rebels?
So he's Dr. Evil, I guess. Huh?
Pretty
So
much. He's the amalgam of every evil character.
Yeah.
He wants to see like winning is just not good enough for Palpatine. He wants to see them suffer. He wants them to go turn to his side. All that stuff. It's calling back to every trope. It's back to the original Star Wars or any other.
But you would think he would learn his lesson from Return of the Jedi.
Yeah.
All right, I really got to wipe them out now since that might happen. Something might happen.
Yeah.
But he never learned from his mistake.
Like you took out Ben.
Yeah.
Okay, sure, you took out the Skywalker, but you didn't expect your own blood to turn against you.
Yeah.
You didn't expect the Masters to come back and be like, "Yo, take care of it."
Oh God.
I don't know. I think he did expect her to turn to try and kill
The
him.
light or the dark?
Yeah.
Oh, he didn't expect the dyad. He didn't expect to get pumped up. He wanted Rey to kill him.
How come he just didn't take it all?
I don't know. I would say yeah, but I think he kind of did expect to do that
Yeah.
because it's like he had the ability to suck their life out of them.
Yeah, in that scene, he didn't realize what it was. Because when his fingers was regenerating, he was like, a dryad. One in a millennia. Whatever. He did some, it's rare that their bond is like that. And then his fingers grew back, and he got his pimp suit.
But I'm also just saying, what bond? I don't understand that either.
Skywalker, Palpatine.
Yeah.
As in the prequels, The one that gave birth to a Skywalker was a Palpatine.
Yeah.
So like their fate have been intertwined since.
But shouldn't he have known that before too?
What?
That he himself is part of that area, though.
No,
That
I guess
dyad
not.
or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like, wait a minute, like this is strange. I've never felt this before.
I never felt this power. I'm too
Yeah.
strong. I'm too powerful for them to overcome. You know, the typical bad guy. I'm too strong. They have new power. Who cares? I'm too strong for them to overcome. The hubris. It's like in every 007 villain. Why not just kill Bond? No, I want to. Like, why has there always been a bad guy in how many Bond films there's been, or any bad guy films in general?
True. But still, it's just like, you expect a little bit more from
Yeah,
from it.
that's Star Wars, gents.
Yeah.
Bad, good.
I mean,
Like, what is the Emperor? It's just a bad guy.
yeah.
And it's about the story of if whether or not the son can live past the father's past sins
Yeah.
and grow above it. It's a story of redemption, not
Yeah.
about bad guy Emperor man.
Yeah. Oh man, but anyway, I just I don't know. The pimp suit.
Yeah, it's deflating.
It sucks that I didn't see the pimp suit, or like how come we just didn't suck all the life force out? He just
I don't know how he got the pimp suit in general,
Yeah.
because it's like, so you had that under you, or how? I don't what? Because he had a fancy belt and everything.
I wish I got to see that because I didn't get to see all of it.
It's
Because
pretty.
like after that,
Yeah.
it's just a bunch of medium shots. You know, not torso, like head shots, pretty much almost all of it from him.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh man, I got to. I'm like, Michael's just like, yeah, everyone's talking about the pimp suit.
It had gadgets on the belt too.
Oh man,
Like I had no what. It's like I'm assuming they got him after return, so he's
Yeah.
still wearing the same cloak.
Yeah.
yeah,
So like, how does sucking the life force out of these two give you new clothes? The Emperor's new groove or something like that?
oh man,
No, you see, it made him younger and made him revert back to where he was in Revenge of the Sith.
That would be
So there
freaking
you go.
hilarious. He becomes young, and then lightning comes out of nowhere and brings him back, or he just ages.
I was just like, to me, I was just like, you got your eyesight back and your fingers, and I guess your legs too. Maybe?
I guess your
don't-
hair.
Yeah,
I guess.
I was like, why do you still want to be an old man? Why don't you want to revert to a more younger you?
Oh my god, he became a teenager.
Yeah.
Like
And that's
pinnacle.
isn't that what
Palpatine?
Matt Smith was supposed to be? He was supposed
A
to
teenager?
be a young emperor.
Because
Because I know Matt Smith's stuff was cut out.
Oh, that would make sense
Yeah.
if it wasn't cut out, or why it would be there in the first place.
Yeah. I was like, poor Matt Smith. He didn't even get his stuff in there.
They probably made him a stormtrooper.
Probably.
It's like, oh, we're sorry. We'll
He's
make
probably
you
the dude.
stormtrooper.
He's probably the dude that said, "Hey, look, the Knights of Ren."
Yeah. I think, if anything, give him some lines, or then they say like, "Oh, cool,"
Yeah.
or some stuff like that. Oh,
Oh man.
well, it's better than salty.
Yeah.
Like, why what? Why are you licking stuff?
Hey, look, the Knights of Ren.
Like, oh, cool, or something.
That's bad dialogue right there. Oh man.
Just in case we forgot, you know.
Yeah, just in case.
Just
we
in case
forgot.
we forgot who
Oh,
they
who
were.
are those dudes over there under the Knights of Ren?
Like,
Oh.
oh,
Cool.
cool.
Are they gonna do anything cool? I hope they do something cool. Nope.
Nah.
No. No. No.
Like when the lightsaber came up, they're like, "Oh crap, he has a lightsaber."
Yeah, we're
and
done.
he's like, "Yep."
They should have just ran away.
Oh, that would subvert my expectation.
Yeah.
Like, they're supposed to be students of Luke,
Yeah.
like with a handful of students.
You know what I would have done if he did that? If he had a lightsaber and like, all right, guys, he's gonna get one of us. Just rush him.
Well,
Just
bash
rush him.
his head
Yeah,
in.
just rush him. Just throw all your stuff at him, like right now. Just throw your weapons at him.
Throw your helmet. No, not your helmet.
Oh man. You know what made me
Just
fun?
dead.
Made me laugh was the giant hole in his shirt after that. After the whole thing, after she healed him. I was like, this looks like a play now. It's just. Oh man. I wonder how much life force she took away from herself. She healed him from a mortal wound like that.
Yeah.
Can we say that he
doesn't-
did? Can we say that also too? Like he lost again to her in a saber fight.
Yeah.
He had the upper hand.
Oh
yeah,
well,
but
he
his
was
mom-
winning.
Then his mom
Yeah.
came in and cheated.
Yeah, he was winning, and she was like all weak and stuff.
Yeah,
And then he got foul played.
yeah. It's like, to me, it's like it's like in wrestling, pro wrestling.
Yeah.
It's like the dude's beating the person up. The bad guy's beating the person up. Or okay, let's establish this. The heel villain is in a rivalry between the babyface, the protagonist.
Oh, okay.
They call them baby faces.
Wait,
Protagonist.
is his name Babyface, or are
No,
they called that like
they're
a bunch of
called-
people?
That's
Like
the
the new
term.
people.
That's the term.
Oh, that's the term for new people?
That's a term for good guy, basically.
Oh,
Yeah.
good guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
In wrestling terms.
Okay.
To me, that was just like they're fighting each other, but they're not fighting at the moment. The villain is wrestling with some other guy, some side dude, some person that has what's it called to the story, and he's beating him and beating him and beating him. Then all of a sudden, like when he's about to win or whatever, like the music comes on for the good guy, and like the villain villain looks away at the entranceway, and he's like, "Come on, like no, what are you doing here?" or whatever, something like that. He gets distracted. Then the guy that he was wailing on comes in. What's he calls him?
Rolls him up.
And pins him. Wins the match. Yeah. That's how it felt to me, honestly. That was what happened with Leia. That's what Leia did to him.
Yeah, or a sucker punch in boxing.
Yeah.
Or just like they're distracted and he punches them in the face when he's not looking. Yeah.
That was that to me. I was like, I've been watching a lot of wrestling, guys.
You think the last thing Leia saw was Ben getting stabbed?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
That's why, because it cut to her dying.
That's why she died.
Yeah.
She's like, no.
And then like Rey's eyes got super dilated, like it hit her.
Yeah. What was her vision saying? Like she would kill her kid, or someone would kill, or her kid would die if she.
Her kid would die when she like completed her training or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, so she wanted someone else to kill him for her.
No, I think she basically wanted to stop, so that way she didn't complete her training.
Yeah. Try to tempt fate, I guess, or stop
Yeah.
a vision she saw, but it happened anyway.
Yeah,
Because
like
it
her,
went
her
through
final
Luke.
training was just doing that. Apparently,
Yeah.
By the way, let's talk about the face stuff.
The flashback.
Not the flashback. That was horrible. I thought not the thing itself, but Luke again gets beat by another person as well in there as well. If you think about it,
Yeah.
he gets beat by Leia.
Yeah.
I guess he's not a real master. I guess Leia's the true
see,
master.
but I don't know if I really mind that though, just because it's like we never actually seen her fight. So for all we know, she is better than him.
Yeah, I would think they have the same midichlorian count
Yeah,
because they're twins.
so like maybe she was more specialized in this than he was, or something.
Yeah.
But
She was a diplomat, though. I don't think she would have any kind of training like that. Like,
Yeah, unless Luke trained her, and she
Well, she
has the
just
same
took to it.
fire as Leia.
but I wasn't talking
as
about.
Padme.
But the thing was, I wasn't talking about that. I just brought that up. But him being defeated by her. But I was just talking about the
Yeah.
face, the young stuff, or the fill-ins, or whatever. I don't know what you would call them. The CGI,
The stand-ins or
Yeah, no,
CGI
the
or
CGI.
deep fakes.
yeah, the
Yeah.
deep fakes. Yeah, let's say that of like Leia in general in the movie, because she's gone, she's dead.
Yeah.
They were obvious. I would say honestly, they're obvious that they were face swapped. In that, I really think they were like really poorly done.
Yeah, Luke's looks okay. Okay, not good.
Wasn't
But
yeah.
Luke's okay because he was on the ground and there wasn't really much light on his face.
Yeah.
But when Leia took her visor off and then the
Yeah.
lightsaber was glowing on her face, it looked super bad.
It looks super bad, yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, come on, guys. You guys have been doing this forever, Disney. Like, I mean, like, people give, what's he called, to, like, Grand Moff Tarkin in Rogue One. And I was like, that looked pretty good to me. Now, like, look back on it, like, see it now, I'm like, oh, okay, I can somewhat see now. But still looks pretty good to me, honestly. But in this one, there's, like, they kind of felt like they kind of half-assed it.
Yeah. Like, it reminded me of Rogue One Leia,
Yeah.
where they built her from the ground up. Or no, they didn't build her from the ground. They did the same thing. They did the same deep fakes,
Yeah.
but it just looked so like uncanny and like, oh, okay,
It did. Her eyes look weird in that one.
Yeah.
Looks so
Like,
weird.
what is this? Hope.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. I feel like I'm getting nitpicky here. But overall, okay. Let's just end it there. We're pretty sure we'll probably find some.
We'll have more stuff to talk about.
And,
Like, I know there's a lot of things that we probably didn't cover either. Yeah.
Yeah, we were going on 2 hours, and I want to talk about it more, but I don't know. I don't know. Are you guys?
We pretty much
no?
covered. I mean,
Overall, what do you give it? I was talking with Mike, and I still believe this. Out of 5 stars, I give it a 2.5. Honestly,
Yeah.
because it's good, but it's still hampered down by Last Jedi. Most of it's just like a big fu to Ruin Johnson most of the time, and I feel like that kind of like just strayed away from the movie a little bit. I don't know. Poorly edited, I think, too, as well. Sometimes in some parts of it. Like I said, I was thinking, like, how did that dude get there? How did that general get there to with that whole thing? There's like just certain things that I just like I didn't get. Like, why is this important? Why is that navigational system there? Obviously they were like they destroyed it. Okay, we'll be the navigational system. Just like, why did you just do that in the first place? That whole antenna thing. I don't know. It just made me weird. But yeah.
Yeah,
Nintendo was weird.
They did do it the first place.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like, what is... Yeah.
And her taking on the name of Skywalker, I didn't like that either. Just own up to Palpatine, dude. Like, who cares? Like,
It's her middle name.
Yeah.
Rey P. Skywalker.
Rey P. Skywalker? Rey P. Skywalker? Your name's Rey P. Skywalker?
There's a... on Tatooine.
There's a Rey P. Skywalker on Tatooine.
There's a Rey P. Skywalker on Tatooine.
Oh, God. Oh, man. Yeah, it's just... I think it's just hindered by Last Jedi. Honestly.
Yeah.
Which kind of sucks. It just seemed like it was just too much. It was just too much information. A lot of stuff going on, and just so little to do. Should have been some of it should have been in the second movie. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Yeah, 2.5. Still good, I think. Not bad. Go ahead, Mike. I guess you say.
You next, Mike.
You're next, Mike.
The
I don't
Regis.
know. I was thinking about it, and I don't know because I want to say 2.5 at highest, right?
Mhm.
But I also want to say 1.5 at lowest because aside from like okay, we can say it got hurt by Last Jedi, but at the same time, it's just like, well, but this is the best you can come up with. That's my thought. It's
Okay.
like this is the best you can come up with, though. Was this like weird tool of passing things between each other without being there? That to me was like the biggest thing that like I don't like that. I really don't like that because it does
You
like
don't like
break.
you don't like the way the force how the force was used in this one.
No, I don't think I do.
Okay.
Like, I mean, at least they kind of established this ability in that it kind of could pull things between them in Last Jedi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think he's sitting there, isn't he, when Luke comes in? When Luke busts in
Yeah.
on their lovers thing.
The lover touching. They're touching
Yeah.
each
I think he sees him, right?
I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure he does. Yeah.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
And then the water when they're
Then
talking
it just
in the water.
disappears, yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean they kind of established that, so it's like okay, but I don't know if I really cared for the way that it got
Used?
built up upon, yeah.
Okay. You don't like how
So,
they added stuff to it. Okay.
Yeah. Because it just makes me like, then what are the limits now? Like, I mean, I already had questions about that ability in the first place, but yeah. But whatever. I'll give it a 2 at best, I guess.
Okay.
No, I'm nervous.
That's pretty valid. That's pretty valid, honestly. I feel like that. Just pretty valid review. Just didn't like the way how they use the force, how the force is used. I honestly don't feel like
how it's evolving. I guess
how it's evolved into something that's just push pull mind control.
Yeah, I'm honestly when I was thinking about it, I was like, I kind of look forward to the day when
they go back.
Yeah, when they're just like, all right, guys, we're just gonna go back to the simpler time.
Yeah,
when you could communicate, but it was more like words and that's it. And sensing,
or maybe feeling like how Luke and Leia did in Empire.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah,
and like, oh, it's a simple push, pull, jump, or whatever variations of it, stuff like that. Like I'm like I kind of look forward to that point when we go back to more of a simple use of it.
Yeah,
you don't have to be like, oh, yeah, like it's possible because if you really push this thing further, this is possible. It's like, yeah, sure, but I just want to keep it here where it's more believable.
Force is a pathway to many abilities. Some consider to be unnatural. You can just say, keep saying that. You can keep saying that, and you're like, okay, all right, whatever.
Yeah, like, oh, okay.
How do you do this?
Eventually, I get beaten down.
What is this? Like, oh, it's the Force. Like, okay, how do you? What is this Force?
Yeah, but what is it a variation on?
The Force.
That's what I want to know.
Yeah.
Because I think about the blaster bolt. I was thinking about that. It's like that could just be him using force push on it, not hold, but like a push.
Yeah.
Right. Because it's like just imagining two people punching each other's fists. Right. They're just gonna keep pushing until one of them finally gives.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it's like it could just be a push, and that's it. And that's how he's holding it. But whatever. That's a whole other discussion for another time, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, you really. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, well, you really delved into this. I just felt like I was just like trying to be simple. I'm just like, man, I just didn't like the way it went. That's all. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, I didn't. Yeah, because I was just thinking about that earlier. That's all. I was just like, I don't really know if I care for that.
Yeah.
Like, do I like this movie more than Last Jedi? Yeah.
Oh yeah, more than Last Jedi. Okay. I'm gonna ask you guys something later after this, but okay, go ahead, EJ.
Okay.
Suspense is killing
now.
me.
I know it's like so I give it a 3.
All right.
Okay.
Mostly because force powers and everything aside, it's a story about wizards with lightsabers and magic.
Yeah.
And so and that's talking about the prequels and the original trilogy and even everything in the books and the comics.
Mm.
Like there are way more ridiculous stuff.
Oh yeah.
But the movie itself, it's convenience everywhere. Like everywhere they went, there was no pressure for them to leave. Oh, okay, we have our way out. Oh, we're on another planet. Oh yeah, there are X stormtroopers here. Oh, we're on Exegol. Oh, we have Ben's here. Like it's very simple and it's very non-provocative as anything. Anything The Last Jedi did was, at least it subverted the bad way, but it tried to turn something that is already fixed into something that is not.
Yeah.
So, with that said, it's the ending's anticlimactic. The narrative is a mess. It's very convenient everywhere. The Sith dagger is one thing, and if anything, the only redeeming quality is the pacing in terms of the development between the cast, the jokes, the fun they had. And seeing Lando, I one cheered because I liked seeing Lando in general.
Mm-hmm.
And like Chewie, the reaction with the OG crew dying, and Leia and Chewie's reactions.
Oh, we didn't even say that. We didn't even talk
Oh,
about
yeah.
that.
And then like all that stuff. The ending, of course, it's like, oh, okay, I get it. You're a Skywalker. Okay, you're a Palpatine and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then like I don't know if it's cheating. Like I've read comics, and there's people who could wield lightsabers using the Force, or who could use something called battle meditation and essentially tell the enemy crew that you guys suck. You should lose, and then they start losing, and then the good forces start winning. And it's something that sucks because it becomes a product of itself, because the original trilogy was built on mythologies. Good guys are going to win. We know that the good guys and the good guys are going to win, but it's in terms of the journey, in terms of the development of the characters, the mythology.
Yeah.
It's a story of redemption. It's a story of family. It's a story of whether or not would you sacrifice everything who you are to get the power to save your loved ones. And I believe this trilogy lost that mythology, lost that middle ground in terms of not just because of us, but because of the industry in general. Do they really care about that? Do they really care about the monomyth, about the story of the hero, how he gets from humble beginnings to become the savior of the galaxy? Do they really care about that stuff?
You think about it too, like movies in general now, like
they
like,
don't. There's no. Yeah, sorry. Go
there's
ahead.
no monomyth anymore. Honestly, there's nothing like that is like that. And nowadays, like this past I would say like maybe 15 years or so.
Mainstream wise, there's no main, like the last thing I can really think of is the Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, and that was 2003, and
that's the only thing mainstream. Like it got awards. It's a I guess a AAA title. In
Star
terms
Wars
of
was
games.
Revenge of the Sith was 2005.
Yeah. So that's it. It feels like it's a victim of the industry and the way its storytelling is, because everything's easy. If we look at reviews from the old trilogy, they have good critical reviews and they have good audience reviews.
Yeah. I was gonna say, you can probably say like Planet of the Apes, but that's still a reboot movie.
Yeah. Original IP is the best you could do.
Or Harry Potter.
Yeah, Harry Potter, definitely, because we grow up with them.
Yeah.
Like we have the whole thing, and that's why it's so popular. Especially, I talk about Lord of the Rings, because I feel like Lord of the Rings hit that off about stuff being about books.
Yeah.
Taking the IPs and making them into movies and doing them justice.
Doing them good justice.
Yeah. So it's I see you guys do 2 and 2.5s, and 3 is a high for me.
Yeah.
Like lower, I can go lower.
Yeah.
But it's the last Star Wars for God knows how long.
Yeah.
And given the fact that we can talk about The Last of Jedi, sure, but we lived through this with the prequels. And all the prequels were mismatched pieces, were okay, this didn't matter. Why did they do this? Why did they do that? Sort of thing. That's what makes us passionate about it.
Yeah.
Like, this is like, I can tell you, episode 1 Maul fight. That's
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah,
that's about it. And then episode 2, clones show up and Yoda fight.
Yeah.
And that's about it I could think about.
I guess I was just a huge nerd or whatever that was really into like certain things. But yeah, if you asked me about Star Wars, like what was episode 1, I could have probably given you the whole freaking story, honestly.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. But for me, I didn't personally because I wasn't here and personal stuff.
Yeah.
I grew up with Empire Strikes Back first.
Yeah.
And then I got New Hope, and then I did Return, and then I did prequels when I got here.
Yeah.
And it resonated more because it was like, oh yeah, my dad told me let's go watch this movie. It's about father and son.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. And I was like, okay, let's watch Empire, which is like, why would you start with the Empire Strikes Back over A New Hope? I don't know, but yeah, he wanted to do that sort of thing.
Yeah. Probably his best, probably his favorite. Oh yeah, I just want to say like personal, like saying something like that. Like I was like, because I put it up on my Instagram as well. Took a picture with me, Michael, and my dad. And I said, I told myself, I was like, no matter how I feel about these movies, these new ones, I'm just really glad I got to see them with my dad.
Oh, that's great. It's a generation thing, right?
I got to
you saw every Star Wars.
Yeah, every Star Wars with my dad. I'm really happy about that. I'm really, really happy about that. Because he was the one that got us into it. And I was just like thinking, like, wow, he got to see this movie when it first came out, A New Hope.
In its purest form.
In its purest form,
yes. They weren't.
Because he always used to talk about, because every time I always ask him about that, he always just like, he remembers that day like it was like yesterday. Just like him waiting in line for like 3-4 hours to watch the movie, like, and just like having a ball, dude. Just like I was like, man, I wish I was there. Like just like he's like people were going crazy just like for that movie.
It's a generation thing. Like everybody knew Star Wars. Everyone and their mums knew Star Wars.
Yeah, and like I always say like because I was like. It's hard to even like give it a rating because of that for me, because I really hate the fact that I have to I gave it a 2.5 because it's that it's something like that I cherish, man, and it just bums the hell out of me that I have to give the last one that low of a rating because it's convoluted and just this last sequel is just, or this last trilogy is just a mess. But then people could say like the prequels were a mess. I'm like, but it still you knew where it was going.
It still had structure.
Yeah. This one wasn't. It was just made by a corporation that just they like, okay, we have the license. Now let's just make movies and just not even think about it. Like we'll when with this trilogy we'll just come up with it. We'll have this first one, then we'll just build off of this. We'll just improv it, or not improv it, but just build off from what this first one did, and we're gonna hire this guy that's has only made like 1 or 2 movies for the second movie, and he's gonna be innovative and everything, and like, oh, what'd you do? You just destroyed everything. And you didn't really do anything to the characters at all. I was like, all right, we'll get the same guy who made the movie, who made who directed the first movie, the third one. It's like, all right, first thing I'm gonna do everything, retcon everything that almost everything that the second movie did to everything, and it's like a big bird. I'm just gonna flip the giant bird to that director, for doing whatever it did.
That's what makes the original trilogy so great, is because it was not to make a huge franchise out of it. It was not to make a multiverse, Marvelverse, right? Each story was self-containing.
I
think
that's what it is.
Yeah.
Keep going. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, I just like so
on a roll.
Just passionate about that.
Yeah, go.
It's just these movies were just made to make money. It wasn't to tell a story. It was just like, oh, let's I just feel like it's just like it's really like we can make a bunch of toys things off of this. So we're gonna make these characters, and we're hopefully gonna sell a bunch of these movie things. And the merchandise came first. The money came first before the story. Honestly, to me, for this one, for this series, and that's really kind of bums me out.
That's a big bummer.
Yeah,
because if you think about original trilogy stuff, all the abilities they did and all of the whimsical stuff they did, we didn't question it because we were so in depth with the story.
Yeah.
And on top of that, it wasn't something they focused on.
Yeah.
It wasn't something that needed to be quantified, like in the prequels, the Metachlorines. It's something that was just there. It was just a part of life. The cantina scene opened your world, well, to me personally, not to me personally, but probably to you guys too, is that the cantina scene, everybody is just drinking and having fun, and they're aliens.
Yeah.
How normal is that? Like walking into a cantina with Luke and Obi-Wan, and just like it's like nothing. There's aliens. There's dudes with tentacles. There's some demon dude in the corner. And it's like nothing. No one's making a big deal. Yeah. No one cares. Everyone wants to get a load off of work and just drink.
Yeah.
And that was eye-opening.
I was just say like they'd be like, yeah, you were all invited. Some of those freaking droids over there, man. Get those things out of here.
I mean, if that's fair, because they're like recording devices.
Yeah. True.
But
that is true. I think that's why. Yeah, that might be why.
It's the cantina was a middle ground in terms of, because if you think about it, they got caught after they left.
Yeah,
and the Imperial spy was there.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, the guy was waiting for people to catch to report upon.
Yeah.
But the point is, it was built to tell a story.
Yeah.
And that was not to sate the fans, not to sell merchandise. It was just, let's make a story. Oh, we need them to have some sort of whimsical power. Let's call it the Force. Yeah. We don't need to call it Force Push. We need to call it It's just the Force. It's just manipulate anything.
Yeah.
It's just there to manipulate. You can say that a Force Push is actually a Force pull backwards or something like that.
Yeah.
Like, I can rant on, but it's a whole idea of everybody wants everyone wants something to be explained.
Yeah.
Right? Nothing is up to the imagination anymore.
Yeah.
Everyone needs an explanation on why is he like this? Why is Anakin like this? Why is Rey like this? Well, granted, we wanted to know what Rey was like that.
Yeah.
But okay, she's a Palpatine, I guess. I guess. Like, it sucks because a lot of stuff that we like that are coming, like Top Gun is coming back, Ghostbusters is coming back, and we're afraid because will they grasp the same, just make a damn story and have everything else second nature?
Mm-hmm.
Like Creed, right?
Yeah.
Creed is the thing that we always talk about, and it's the best way you could pass the reins. Here's a new generation, and it makes sense. Mm-hmm. You don't have to explain how did Rocky get his fighting style, because you already know.
Mm-hmm.
He's self-taught, or not just self-taught, but he's a brawler. He doesn't really have a style.
Yeah,
he just goes at you until you go down, and then he blocks your punches with his forehead. So it's like,
man.
But rant over. That's just
that's how I feel. It's empty. It's a hollow.
It's hollow. It's a shadow of itself.
Yeah.
Of where it comes from. It's a shadow.
People that are gonna listen to this, that's how I feel. I'm pretty sure that's how you feel. I'm pretty sure that's how Mike feels. It's a hollow shell. Yeah. It's a husk of its former self, and I wish someday, hopefully, it would fall into the right hands of somebody, and they would give us great stories about a galaxy far, far away again.
Yeah.
I mean, really do. Yeah, it goes back to what I said. Like, just go way of telling things.
You go where?
Go back to the basics of telling things.
Basic things. Yeah. Like, look at the Mandalorian. We didn't. I'm pretty sure nobody knew what a Mandalorian was to that point.
Yeah.
Other than Boba Fett.
Yeah, other than
or Jango Fett.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I'm pretty sure only certain like regular people would probably just like, oh, that guy looks like this person, like he seems interesting, let's check it out,
Yeah.
I'm like, oh yeah, this is cool. I love it.
Hopefully this lesson of what not to do with a trilogy, because we know there's going to be more Star Warses, but this is not how you do things,
Yeah,
guys.
this is-
Disney, if you're
yeah.
probably listening to us, you're
Yeah.
like proxying whoever says Star Wars.
Yeah.
But this is you don't just. That's what Ruin Johnson. One thing I will agree with is that catering to us is a bad thing. Make a new thing.
Yeah.
Make a new story. Like if you think about it, if we didn't know Star Wars, we just watched it just to watch it.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't have anyone telling us, "Hey, watch this, watch that." Like we saw it was interesting. At least personally, I saw like I didn't have any preconceptions or any biases or anything like that. I just wanted to see a cool sci-fi film.
Yeah. Take out your political views and out of it too as well.
Yeah,
Just tell us a story, guys. Don't do that, please.
it's insulting.
That-
honestly,
that
it's
mucks the
insulting.
film so bad. Mucks
And then
films in general. Not just this
Yeah.
film. Every film that
Every
says, everything
Yeah.
that political or like your political view, your point of view or whatever, political point of view, comes into play, like comics, movies, music, whatever it is. It just mucks it all. It's gross. Don't do it.
Yeah, I'm here to have fun, and if I leave with a profound feeling of, oh, I should probably do this more often or do that more often, or
Yeah.
like not be so angry because it leads to the dark side.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mhm.
sure, it's a plus.
Yeah.
But don't patronize me and bring this movie out and say it's Star Wars just because you guys are too afraid to talk to Ruin Johnson and say, hey, this doesn't work. Do it again.
Yeah.
This is not a plot.
Yeah.
Do it again. Solo's not a movie. Do it again. Rogue One is not a movie.
Yeah.
Do it again. Like, stop catering. Stop pandering me. It's insulting. I want new stuff.
Yeah.
EU had so much cool stuff. They had a Sith Lord who could not survive, so he would suck the life of every living thing. He was a Death Eater, essentially.
Sweet.
He would just not suck off, but he would just take the life force, and he was intimidating because it was just an empty void where his face was.
Yeah.
And he wants to be human, but he can't because he already gave his soul to the dark side.
That's pretty cool.
And like he's just wearing a mask. His name is Darth Nihilus, by the way. But yeah, and yeah.
Nihilus?
Yeah.
Is that? That's not the one.
He was in KOTOR
I was
2.
gonna say that's another one. KOTOR 2, right?
KOTOR 2, yeah. He was more established then, but
Yeah.
yeah. Even Revan's story, like he's a Darksider who goes to the light because he knows he's lived both lives. He's
Yeah.
seen both. What kind of message you want to show the kids, if anything? Like, you don't know the other side until you've walked a mile in their shoes, sort of thing.
Yeah. Pretty interesting. I love it.
But
I
yeah,
think this is how
alright.
we should do it. Honestly, not just
Sorry
go-
if I deflated you
No,
guys.
no,
or-
it's
or
fine. No, it's
ranting.
cool.
Yeah.
I like what you said. It's what we all think. It's just you put it into better words. Honestly, I feel.
Just ranting.
Yeah. You put it into more better words than we can, honestly. But I was just thinking, listening to you, and just like, this is how we should do it. I think this is how we should review movies, just like this. Not even just maybe go over it a little bit, but just give our crazy, like straight up opinion about it, like that, or like
Please, because
or
I
like-
feel like I'm just ranting.
or like last thought, or like our last thoughts about stuff like that. Because I really feel like this should have gone. This stuff should have gone before it, but we had to talk about
Mandalorian.
We had to talk about Mandalorian, and we had to talk
Yeah.
about what we liked and didn't like about Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah.
So like, I don't know, like, plus like there was some empty gaps in between, some stale moments from me and all of us. I can say.
Yeah.
And
That's
I feel
fair.
like the audience would get a little bit too tired of it, kind of
Yeah.
tune out. Yeah, but this is where, like, honestly, this is the area where we should be focusing on.
Sorry, I paused for a dramatic effect.
This is how
Sorry.
this is how we should do it. Honestly, I feel.
Yeah.
Anyway.
We can. Why not? I want to talk about Lord of the Rings next.
All right, you want to talk about Lord of the Rings?
I do want to talk about Lord of the Rings.
All right,
I'll ask questions more often.
We'll talk about it. We'll talk about.
There's an Amazon show happening, right?
Oh,
so
yeah,
I want to
yeah,
know
yeah.
how you feel about that being what, the second age?
The second age of Middle Earth.
The second age,
okay.
yes, sir. The second age of men.
All right, cool.
Yeah. Gotta ask
right.
questions.
All right, cool. I have to like refresh on my Silmarillion a little bit.
At least you own it. I don't.
Yeah.
I wish I did though.
Yeah. Okay. I can give as much as I can, as much as I remember. I only read Silmarillion for like the story of like the coming of the dwarves and like man.
No, that's awesome.
There's like little tidbits here and there, or like the fall, like the whatever, the elves coming to Middle Earth and stuff like that, Things like that.
I remember I was asking you questions after I beat Shadow of War.
Yeah.
About Celebrimbor.
Yeah.
And all that stuff.
Celebrimbor, yeah.
Yeah.
But pisses me off about when I go back and look at it, because it's during the Second Age, right? I believe. The war, that in there.
War on Middle Earth.
Yeah, or is it during the War of the Ring?
No,
It's before.
It's before.
Yeah,
way
unless you want spoilers, but it's before. Yeah.
Like you kind of
because
it
only
kind
about
of
the
makes you
first
feel
one.
like it's supposed to be during
Yeah.
the War for the Ring, but that's because Gollum's in there. But then
Gollum's
towards
in
the end of it, it's like no, this is when they're gonna when they're gonna have the siege on.
That's a huge acronym, dude. That's a huge acronym.
And it's supposed to be like your guy is holding Sauron's forces back.
Yeah.
While the Fellowship does their own thing.
Oh, so it is the Third Age.
It's between. It's like it's the whole thing.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like. Because I remember
because technically, the
Just
War of
went
the
on
Ring.
Sword of the Ring tangent.
Because technically the war, the War for the Ring, the Fellowship, the whole thing, that whole thing.
Yeah,
that's in what they call the Third Age of Middle Earth. Hobbit, Hobbit, Lord of the Rings are in the Third Age. Second Age is like the coming of the elves and men and dwarves living together and them battling the orcs and stuff like that in Middle Earth and stuff like that.
Yeah,
and just the first age is just the creation of the world, and the elves coming together, or
the elves were the first.
Yeah, the
Those
elves
bastards.
were the first. Yeah, the elves were the first. They're in the.
They're
not in Middle Earth. They're. This
space.
is. No, not in space.
Oh, okay, they're not.
It's another land. Like the where they're selling.
Continent.
Yeah, it's another continent. Yeah, it's another continent. They're called the Undying Lands.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah,
because there's not ales. Yeah. Sorry, elves are just really picky with me.
Yeah, I understand.
But they're very high on themselves. But I get it. They live for like how long? 1,000 years.
Yeah, they're immortals.
Yeah.
Well, technically,
never mind.
In Tolkien's version, they're immortals.
Okay.
They live forever. Yeah, live forever.
Nice.
Obviously. But yeah. Okay.
Tangent.
Okay, that's enough of that. We'll go back and we'll talk about that, I guess, next week.
Okay.
I don't know if you can be here next week because it is. Are you going to be going anywhere for the holiday?
I'll be here next week. Yeah.
Well, we got family coming too, so I don't know.
Okay. Oh yeah, 28th. Okay. 28th. Okay, Saturday.
Well, we can move it. I don't know when you are free. 29?
Maybe.
27? 27?
Hopefully I'll find out before the end of the
26? No, just kidding. Not 26. I'm not free 26.
Okay. Anyway, okay. Okay, that'll do it for this week's episode of the Journey into Nerdom podcast. Thanks for watching, guys. I am SR Native. Catch me at Twitter, Twitch, and Instagram at SR Native 87 and SR Native and SR Native. Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You
Anyway.
passed the football.
Take it away,
I've been-
Mike. Take it away.
Oh no, because I thought you had more of it.
Sorry. Yeah, I keep screwing this one up. Yeah.
Anyway, I've been Forever Delicious. You can catch me on Twitch at Forever Delicious and on Twitter at Forever Delicious without the E before the R.
And I've been Zen Pixel, XEN Pixel. You can catch me on Twitter and Instagram.
All right, guys. That's gonna be it for tonight. Have a great week and have a great Christmas or whatever holiday you are
Sithmas.
celebrating. Yeah,
Life Day.
whatever you're celebrating. Yes, Life
Life
Day.
Day.
Happy Life Day,
Life
guys.
Day, everyone.
Happy Life Day, everyone. Okay. Well, I hope you have a good week and stay safe. And we'll catch you next Saturday. All right. See you later, guys. Bye.
May the force be with you.